Buonasera tutti, good evening, and welcome to
Can't
Fate's
tell if
Grip.
he's trolling us or not.
Episode 18, The
I
Smuggler.
know he does it sometimes. He's just like, yeah, we're in. And we're like, oh shit. And then we're not in.
We are actually in. Welcome, everyone. Because,
Fuck you, Genie.
hey, Watchful Wizard, with the sub heading the evening. Look, time does fly. Cannot believe we are on episode. We are 18 weeks into this. So thank you so much for the sub. That's really kind of you. Thank you. As you can all see, we are missing
also Treasure.
One of our own.
Thanks, Treasure.
Thank you, Treasure. Treasure, what?
Let me treasure you.
Ash, that might be the best comment anyone's ever posted.
The Fate Stranger.
Yeah, Fate's Grip.
They say if you sit on your head. Wow. Okay, hold on. No. Nope.
Thank you so much, Treasure, as well. Yeah, thank you very much. Excellent. So yes, we are missing Ben this evening, as you can see. The overlay. Hello. Hey, sorry. The overlay does say you're Ben this evening.
I'm Ben this evening.
Yeah. So just give me all the NPC names incorrectly, and you'll be Ben.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Oh,
I can do that anyway.
I'm going to text him and tell him that.
If he's allowed to receive text.
Well, he just texted me, so.
Did he?
Yeah.
Aw. Hope he's doing well in the situation that he's in.
Yeah, he's doing stuff. And things.
Stop.
Hey, Mish.
Oh my
I
God,
want to
Ham.
see.
What the hell?
What is going?
Damn.
Hey.
Ham, thank you.
Hey. Fuck you, Ham.
Thank you very much.
Now I owe you good pleasantry.
Good
I don't want
what?
to be nice to you.
Oh, thank you, Ham. That is super, super kind of you.
Hey,
that
Ham.
is ridiculous.
I'll one-on-one talk to you later about how wonderful you are.
This is what?
That's your gift from the Fate's Grip crew. An hour worth
It
of
says
comedy.
about to beat your last record, keep up the support, and then it says 0%.
Yay!
Nice.
Our last record was 0%.
We love that so much. Thank you. That's super kind of you.
Yeah.
Hey, Hamish.
Oh, you guys.
Ham's also been subscribed since the beginning too.
Yeah.
Beginning of time.
He has a
In
hell
the
of a long
beginning.
streak, so
Yeah.
thank
He
you.
is pretty old.
Something life.
Yeah. Well, with that shout out.
Hey,
of
while we're
thanks.
insulting our viewers, hey, fuck you, Promethean. I know you're not here to defend yourself, but absolutely fuck you.
Let's do some other shout outs. What would
He just arrived.
Hey.
Look at that. I wonder if
Sense it.
You summoned him.
Yeah. Play that
Say
back,
his name
Promethean.
3 times in a mirror.
Apparently. And then,
Oh no.
anyway, up here. So with that in mind, other shout-outs that you'd like to shout. Hey, do you want to talk about, if you'd like, maybe the recent stream you did?
Oh, yeah. Hi. It's me.
What's happening?
I'm sorry to put you on the
It's
spot
me.
like that. I
I was like,
apologize.
I've just got my Twitch working. And now I'm like, I'm present. And you're like, hey. And I'm like, no, she's not actually here. Yeah,
She feels
I
here.
had my first stream the other night over on my Twitch channel, which was exciting. I played We Were Here 2 with my friend Anna, who my character is actually named after, because I was like, my character's so dumb, I need a name. And then I was like, Annalise. And then I said to my best friend, I was like, hey, I'm stealing your name. She's like, why? I was like, because the character's dumb. She's like, cool. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Love it.
So yeah, so
Anna.
it's okay. She loves it.
Sitting there innocently. Like,
fine.
someone
She's a
really
bit-
respects me. They're naming a character after me.
Yes, she's dumb.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so we played We Were Here 2. We are still friends after it.
Great.
Which is good.
Good.
And there's actually 4 or 5 games in the series, so I think we're going to give some of the other ones a shot as well as playing some other horror games. So that'll be happening
Cool.
at some point over there. Play
Well
some
done.
You still gotta play
Devour,
those dark picture games.
dark picture games,
They're great.
bit of
they
Devour.
are
Great when you accidentally kill each other as well. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Amazing.
Yeah, good time.
And yeah, your channel is now up on our chat, so please
Yeah, he's got a little
check
pink
in.
dinosaur.
Hey, Modbrew, hello.
What's happening?
Just saying hi to Modbrew.
Did I get kicked again?
Awesome person.
Does the dinosaur
Because I like dinosaurs, and so I just made a little pink dinosaur. I drew a little pink dinosaur and put him on my string.
Perf.
Although you can't actually see him on anything except the banners, but that's fine. One day I will
Gosh,
have
Sheldon.
a pink
I was just
dinosaur.
maybe it was like a backstory to it.
Schmegosaurus.
I just really like.
Schmegosaurus. That's what it's called.
you
now.
good?
Sorry.
No, that's what it's called
No.
now. It's canon.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, and NB friends, thank you for stopping by for our last stream because we are gonna get fucking banned by Twitch at this point in time.
Was it okay? I'm
Quick,
gonna repeat
someone
that.
get naked and give me a shot of vodka. Then we've violated
Oh.
all
How
the
much are they
Twitch
paying
terms.
us? Let's go.
Oh no, the men can.
There
the
are
men can get
appropriate
naked without being
tags
banned.
in this.
But if we do,
I appreciate that, Mod Bro. So, I
I and
don't.
Jordan are naked,
That sounds
from
like-
the waist down.
Sounds like blanket permission.
Every stream.
Same.
Every stream.
Yeah, so are we.
Okay, sorry. Back to it.
you want to hope I'm not, honestly.
So,
Sleeves out.
let's go with the other shout outs.
Fuck off, Ash. Let me live a day in peace.
I can see stars.
What?
Did Emily just punch you?
Oh, you've got high defensive language on.
Oh, so innocent. Oh.
So I'll do another shout out. So Ardent Roleplay, amazing AR technology in their cards. Get in that. You can subscribe to build your own scenes so that certain players see them, certain players don't. Thank you so much for the bits, Prom. And you can take 20% off your subscription if you put in FateScript as the code and collect these amazing cards. Thank you very much.
Why did you have Promethean nowadays?
Oh, Nani. We
Also,
have a
we got an Instagram message.
What?
Message? Message
What is
from
happening
Just
tonight?
speak normal because
from
geez.
Starlight Stitches. Everyone get onto Instagram, Starlight Stitches store, .stitches.store. They're nearly ready, or they have the amazing bag that they custom built for the winner of one of the.
Saw it. I had a sneaky peek. It looks fucking.
It looks awesome.
Sick.
So yeah, get into starlight.stitches.store on Instagram. Check out their stuff. It's amazing. Enjoy.
Super generous with that gift.
Oh, super
That
generous.
is so kind.
Yeah, really, really cool. Hope to see them at
pink.
Brisbane.
Dope.
Is it?
Yeah, it's awesome. With I believe Charlize's name on it,
Didn't
the
have
winner.
like Dungeon Master or something on there.
They
as well?
customized it.
Yeah, like super customized.
That's why
Anywho.
it's so special.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's fine. I'm just.
So that's all my shout outs. Who would else like to?
Look how cute it is.
Yeah. And shout out to Last Hole Games.
Nice.
A wonderful, wonderful group of people who we met, had a lot of fun. They slapped a bald cap on me, then 3D scanned my body. And from that,
Sorry.
Your body.
yeah, 100%.
Your face, you mean?
No, this is all
They
me.
put the bald cap all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way to here. It's a full body.
They just scared the
Full
body.
body.
Blue Man Group style.
Yeah. You guys didn't have to do that, what?
No,
But
I wasn't here yet.
if you want to create a likeness of yourself as your D&D character, last season I played an Aarakocra druid.
Dwarf. An Aarakocra
An
dwarf.
Aarakocra druid. As you can see,
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't opt for that. I went for my face instead.
Aw.
Yeah, you can bring yourself to life.
This one's Ben.
I know we keep saying we'll pay them one day. We will
Where's my one?
when Ben will agree to show us how to do a good job.
Yeah.
Well, I just gave mine to Ben to do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's sitting on our shelf. I don't know if it's moved though. Where's my one? Oh, you
There.
have my one.
Yeah, I'll
Hey!
tighten it up.
Stop stealing my head. Here, have yours in return. We'll trade heads.
Oh, thank you.
I think
Oh,
that's.
cute.
Oh, gross.
Is that all the shout outs we've got? Anything else you'd like to share?
Shout outs. Ow!
Okay, cool. Nice. Well, let's go in and recap last
Shout
session because, that's what we like to do. Are we ready
I'm ready.
to Dungeons and Dragons?
I thought you were going to say die, and I was going to be like, Michaela, please.
Yes.
Not right now.
Further beyond the nightward you travelled. On the Cloud's Fury, the airship that survived the trade of the orcs and survived the shop of time. You've traversed far enough. Another week had passed and you had
Don't go any further.
and you had prepared for the final act. Ivor's performance. You had a plan ready to attempt to expose this fiend, this stowaway, perhaps, from House Thorani. Though, you found him slightly too late, as preparations had been completed, the performance done, and no face was revealed until the ship lurched and spun, and you saw and found that a great plan had been enacted by this Kirasole of House Thorani.
Kieran Eiley?
And you saw that...
Kirinoli?
Yeah, I thought it was Kieran Eiley.
Kiranoli, sorry, yes. And you...
Oh.
God damn it,
I get
Michele!
names wrong as well.
I was like, wait, is
Do we
this
get
his cousin?
inspiration?
Kiranoli, yes you do.
Is this Kirinoli's cousin, Kirasoli?
1d4 inspiration. Once for the game, for the night.
Actually?
Yeah, go for it.
Sick.
For all of us?
1d4, just add a 1d4 to any ability roll or
It's
saving throw or attack roll that you'd like
Yeah, good.
this evening.
So, yeah.
Go for it.
Add a D. Whenever you want to do something cool and you think the roll is important, use the D4.
I'm gonna use the D4. I'd be like, wow, good work.
Natural 1, plus 1.
So, thank you. Kiranoli,
Cannoli.
yeah, was one of the two House Lyranda airship controllers. And you saw Kiranole produce wind. Yep,
Full stop.
yep. A buffet of wind that tore through Captain Wintermed, sending him over the ship and into the Nightwood.
We don't know. He might have survived.
As you
That was real sad, actually.
as you attempted to gain control back of the ship, you did so successfully with Lyla aiding and a bargain being met, and you find yourselves facing a woman, beautiful in appearance, with what looks to be a Pegasus and a unicorn combined, being ridden by her and landing on the ship.
Thought it was riding her for a second. And I'm like, whoa.
And you see the massive walls of Korth
She's just like,
in front of you. Korth is arrived, and you are here in the great city in the capital of Karnath. So, she is off of her beast, who bowed intelligently towards you all in
Were we all there at that stage, or was it just
those two.
those two?
well, at the moment.
Because we were.
Downstairs. You just hear stomping from downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You
You can see her. She's staring off towards the scene, a little bit unsure
Roll a D10, please.
and a little bit concerned. Though the concern doesn't seem to be towards you. She seems to you can notice
Okay.
gaze back towards the city walls.
Unicorns at 6.
She hasn't introduced herself yet. She's just landed on the deck. I'll approach.
She did say welcome to Korth.
Hello. Thank you. We're very glad to be here. I have 2 questions. What's that thing called? Is that a what do you call that? Like a unicis or like a pegacorn? What's that called? Secondly, I need to find a temple. I'm not well.
Oh, I thought you were actually coughing that. I was going to be like, really, Sheldon?
I am beplagued. I am beplagued through no fault of my own. Help me.
She holds her staff high and she gently dips it towards you, Ivor. And her eyes close for a moment and she opens them and she says, I understand. You are taken ill. Though I'm sorry. Korth is closed currently.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just go down to this forest and die then. Sick. Thank you.
I'm sorry for your
Loss.
plight.
Sorry for your loss.
The airship Cloud's Fury is expected, but I am here to greet them. Where is the captain?
He did.
Yeah, he fell off the ship.
She smiles slightly at that and she says, he was always one for drama. Didn't tell a good joke, though. Well, it seems then that I will assume command of the vessel, anchor, and as she almost announces, you hear this as metal below you in the hull somewhere is released and it clinks together in rapid succession, and you hear this massive whoosh of sound, and then a slight thump, and you see the ship just gently curve to one side and then right itself again, but it no longer drifts.
Well, anyways, is there a reason the city's closed? We're traveling with Lyla of the Foundation. You know, Lyla. That one. She on deck too?
Lila's there with you, and you can now, as you notice her, Lyla is bowing. She has her head dipped and is still. As one hand is...
The whole ship's just like...
No one else is doing so, no. They're all staring at this half unicorn, half Pegasus.
Unisus.
And in almost reverence. And Lyla, though, is the one that is being the most revered.
Look how tired she is. Let us in. She can barely stand up. She's obviously very sleepy.
I'm sorry, I cannot allow you to enter Korth. There are happenings there that are outside of our control. We are attempting to rectify the situation. You may stay here for a time, aboard the vessel until you are summoned. All trade is now temporarily disabled.
What are you gonna do? Sounds fair. Where's the nearest inn to the walls that we can stay at until this all blows over?
There is an inn or two outside the walls you can abide until such time. They are filled, however. It's being closed. The city has been closed for 2 days.
Why?
How are you, and who are you to the captain?
If we've heard the anchor dropping,
Yeah.
can we then come out to
Yep.
the deck?
If you'd like, yeah, to hear that ruckus, you can.
Well, I'll come out to the deck,
Okay.
but you know, if
Yeah.
depends.
Will, but I won't look happy about
I'll
it.
be like, hey, that was a loud noise. Let's go.
I'll
Okay.
definitely call to my friends.
Please.
To indicate what's going on.
All right.
Okay. Hi.
Hey, we can't go in apparently.
Oh.
I know, right? Why is the next question, but not forthcoming with that.
Oh.
Lyla, stand up.
You're embarrassing me.
Yeah, what are you doing?
She looks towards this woman and she says, "Milady." And you can see the response is a curt nod. As she says, as Lyla says, looks towards you all and says, "You are speaking with another of the 12.
Well, can you cure what ails me if you're one of the 12?
This woman says, from what I can gather, your disease is not life-threatening. When you enter, you can find any of the hospitals of House Tarasco to aid.
But it is life-threatening because I get in a lot of life-threatening situations for the good of the realm. And I
Wayfarer,
might die.
Wayfarer, you will be fine.
Ah.
My magic is required elsewhere. Currently, the son of the king is missing, and we have closed the city to attempt to locate him.
I think Do I hear that whisper? I think it's
Go on.
I think it's a Unisus. Or a Pegatron.
Is it a transformer?
Yeah.
Pegatron. Oh.
I asked what it was called. What?
What's his name?
Did she respond to?
She turns towards the creature who just stands looking towards her, nuzzles her a little on the neck, and she says, I am Mia of House Thrashk,
The,
at your service.
the unicorn says that?
No.
Oh. Right, sorry.
No, this
Say
woman
Mia?
says Mia.
Oh.
Like me or Mia?
M-I-A.
Okay.
Mia.
Were you...
Did you give us a fucking easy name?
Nice.
Holy shit. I wish Ben was here.
Were you asking what the name of the unicorn was, or what the name of the? What? Thank you. It's quite rude of us not to ask your name.
Oh, I thought you already asked.
No, not even one time. I asked about this thing first.
Hey, thanks for the sub, NPC.
And also, are there more unicorns? Can I have one?
Yeah, I assume so.
You should ask if we could get a unicorn.
Yeah, I've never seen one of these. What's the? Your unicorn has wings, or your Pegasus has a horn.
Dormier.
Bless you.
That is the name of my friend.
Did you say Dolmier?
Dormier. D-O-R-M-I-E. Dormier.
Domino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominoes.
Looks like we don't need that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Is that the name or what it's called?
That is
Can I get the spelling one more time, please?
D-O-R-M-I-E.
Cool.
That is its name.
Cute.
A creature born of a Pegasus and a unicorn, yes, where there is
Cute.
a beautiful pairing, though a rare one.
Huh.
Yeah.
My needs are elsewhere. I must away, though I am friends with Captain Winnemid, so I thought I would greet him personally.
He may be dead. Was thrown off the boat by a House Thorani agent.
You don't say.
No, I do say. I just said.
She looks not concerned, but with a frown, and she says, almost pensive, "And is there such an agent here?" She looks around.
Well, he flew off with an eagle after he was trying to kill everyone. Also, these air elementals, they're like slaves. They need to be let go. So we kind of need to land our ship.
The ship is safe in the air, safer in the
Hello.
air. Though the air elementals, there is an agreement that I'm aware of that I will mention to House Lyranda to renew if they have not been kept in form.
Well-
You do not need to worry about such things.
Well, I kind of do because this one saved us because it was going to get let go.
Well, that is appreciative. Don't worry. I will see to it that these air elementals, once the airship is safe, will be let go. You have my word in the world of the 12. It is a small thing. But for now, the airship must stay aloft. And that needs the air elementals to continue working.
That's not the deal we struck. They're going to be super mad.
You struck a deal with these creatures?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was sentient and it's kind of trapped here against its will, and it didn't run away and kill everyone.
Yeah.
Because I said that I would talk to people about getting it to let go because that's kind of slavery.
You must understand. Perhaps a visit to House Lyranda's quarters in Korth, once the gates are open to you, will glean more information for you. There's plenty that the public can understand from this accord we have with them. Again, for
But-
these two, I promise that they will be released. Did your deal with them happen to be immediately as you arrived in Korth?
Pretty much.
That presents a problem then. Well,
You could let us land inside the city and then not worry about it. Because we don't have the prince. As
That's-
promised to stay in the city until you find him or he's, or until you give up.
that I understand. However, the prince is wily, and he perhaps, should the airship arrive inside the city walls, find his way aboard your ship and perhaps leave. We cannot take any risks.
But he can't really go anywhere if the air elementals are free.
That is the good
The
point.
ship's not really.
The airship is still an airship. It cannot land, therefore I must provide other means of magic to keep it aloft. I will need to employ someone from House Lyrander immediately. I must inform you that this deal, this independent deal, will not go unheard. House Lyrander will hear of this, and it is one to be cautious of. They may seek you out to. You have essentially broken policy, and it's not one to go unpunished.
Imagine that.
Or they can join the club.
Yeah.
The airship will stay here, and the elementals will be released. Do we have an accord?
You got magic to float ships, but not to heal the sick.
Each of us?
Wow.
You are looking for House Durasco in that regard. I have the magic you require is beyond my sight.
Well, you should just say that. Anyways, thank you. What do you mean the prince is wily? You mean she wants to be not found?
He does not.
Then why are you looking for him? Let him cut loose. What's he doing?
We
He's
do
gonna-
not know. We don't know if he's being kidnapped by unfavorables, holding up for ransom.
Did you get a ransom note?
Not yet.
Well, probably not that.
It has been 2 days.
Definitely
We
not
are.
that.
All of our options are on the table.
But why'd you say he was wily?
Because if he has indeed escaped on his own accord and has not been kidnapped, he may want to find a way out of the city. And he knows people. He knows means to do so. He has contacts, his own contacts that he has built rapport. And for that reason, the city is closed.
How old is the prince?
23.
Okay, so he is not a child and he
No.
can make his own decisions.
He's a prince, and the prince, like all royalty, have responsibilities for the city. He has been.
Can he not just abdicate? Is that the fucking word?
Yeah.
Abdicate the fucking throne?
There are processes to that, yes. He cannot just simply leave. You know not much about the royal ways.
Oh, I do not care.
Well, then why ask the questions?
Because I would like to land.
You will be able to, for now, abide in one of the inns outside the city
The full
until
ones.
The full inns.
I'm sure they will provide.
Full moon hotel.
Shout out to the fully.
The fully get a brew in. Is there a bounty? Or I mean a reward?
These are two very different things, but yes, in fact, there is. Why are you now interested?
Yes.
Ah,
Will that grant us entry to the city if we hunt him down? I mean, find him?
make a persuasion check.
Nice.
You have inspiration.
Hey.
He's gonna need it.
Oh, that's some,
Same.
Yeah.
I apparently don't have a D4 anywhere in my. I have a D4.
You had a nap today?
No.
Nice.
Well, you need one.
Plus.
That chick on the
two.
beach on
9.
Take a nap.
She ponders this for a moment and says, the bounty has been set for people already biding inside the city, though. If you should find and bring the young prince to the city gates, should he have escaped, you will also be rewarded, yes. if you choose to seek him out outside the city walls, should he have left.
Ah.
All right.
But if he's outside, wouldn't he have just like?
Well, the best way for us to probably...
Yeet!
Yeah, probably. How... Give us something to go on. How might he have snuck out?
Orion.
He may have with coin, bribing guards. That's probably the most likely of ways. Korth is a city that, like any city, has its own sewer system, and perhaps there are one of many secret tunnels within going out or into the city from outside.
Tunnel.
There's possibly out, perhaps people or peoples that know about these that may have let him out. He's part of many guilds, so they might have helped him.
Did we get his name?
No.
And it would be?
Prince Alain.
Prince Ali. How do I spell that?
Cook
Sorry?
yourself.
Alem.
Wow, it's like phlegm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prince Phlegm.
Prince Phlegm.
Nice.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah. Okay. Now tell us the thing you're not telling us. You know, like he's into something weird, or he's got gambling debts, or, you know, he's fallen in love with a fae in the forest and he's been sneaking out for months.
Aw.
Because I know you guys are into that stuff.
She looks from person to person and she says,
Season 1 callback.
What? Oh, yeah.
if you do not respect the prince, you are not welcome in Korth. I bid you farewell.
Ah, lame.
And she immediately breaks communication, gets on her beast, and a flutter of wings, and the creature flies.
Good for you for taking one person's word.
We need to find a unicorn.
Lyla turns towards you, Ivor, and says, the royal family does not like to be called names.
Nah, she's just mad about the fae thing. So how do we sneak into the city, Lyla?
Well,
Secret tunnel.
there are secret tunnels. I would imagine that we would simply need to find one of these that haven't been caved in or sealed and find our way in, I would imagine. Though, from my visits to Korth, there may not be many left that the guards are not aware of already. We'd have to be lucky. So, as you look around, you suddenly realize that the dwarves and other guests of the Cloud's Fury are looking like that they're packing up. And you can see that the guards aboard this ship are lowering a few ladders. So it looks like a lot of these wooden ladders are being lowered from the ship onto the ground. And you can see that there's a huge upheaval in movement on board. That the guests, they're all packing up their goods. You can see barrels being rolled. A crane that had helped lift a lot of the trade goods onto the ship has now been rebuilt after being taken down. And you can see that this crane now expertly is starting to be rebuilt to then allow access for these pallets of goods to be then lowered and then to be transported. Though it looks like a lot of these dwarves on board are a bit confused as to, and you can overhear conversations regarding how they're actually going to get from the ground to the city. Are things going to spoil, etc. So they're still unsure about the logistics about how it's going to get from A to B, but they are starting to find their way down. What would you all like to do? As Lyla looks frustrated and she she, in a bit of a huff, goes and starts to it mentions that she's going to pack her own belongings.
Well, geniuses, criminal masterminds. The plan?
Okay. Step 1, you can shoot one of us. And then we'll go from there.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, actually, I probably won't survive it. Wait till I'm back at full strength.
On second thought.
Step 2.
Yeah. Well, we can either take the secret tunnel route or bribe a guard. I think probably just be easier to bribe a guard. We could try and forge a path of some kind. Like forge a letter that grants us access. If we want, like unless you want to just camp outside the city for a while, if we got time. We don't have to sneak in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I assumed that you knew everything.
Nah. What would you like to do?
Oh. I would tell you, but you don't care, so...
No, not really. So, we can either go for a tunnel or a guard, or stay outside. Unless you have another idea. You don't have a watch on. She's gonna shoot my face. You're gonna win this competition. I find it very difficult. I'm incredibly intimidated. I'm gonna look away now to break the tension.
My favorite part is Sheldon is actually sweating.
100%. 100%. The prolonged eye contact makes me nervous.
I like the secret tunnel plan.
I've got an idea. How about you and I do that, and you two can try and bribe your way into the city?
Sweet. That's a good plan. Let's do it.
We're taking Locke.
There.
Oh, but he's still sticking his ass out the window. He's having a bad time.
All right.
We'll come back for him.
The criminal masterminds can do it themselves.
Nice.
We'll see you in there.
Nice.
Is it smart to split up, though?
Is it smart to steal all of those things that we don't need?
I wasn't there. That was him.
What if bribing the guards don't work and they get murdered?
Well, two less mouths to feed.
Remember me fondly.
Lyla returns at that point. She seems to have a
Just a
small
standoff going on.
backpack on her back. She looks at you all and says, I feel like we need to come together and at least try and tackle this.
Preparation.
Try and tackle this.
That was not in character, I just had to say it.
Try and tackle this together because Korth is not a familiar place to everyone. And I think if we should split up, some of us might find ourselves inside the city and some of us may not. And then that would cause more concern.
Nah, team bribe.
Thank you very much for the...
Oh yeah, posture check as well.
Is it because you're concerned one of these two groups won't make it?
I'm concerned that we are not allowed in Korth. And should we be caught bribing guards into the city, you both will be hauled into prison, and you both won't know what the hell is happening.
Where's the prison?
Inside Korth, which means we win.
Korth
My statue.
Korth prisons are a bit unlike other prisons that you may have found yourselves in.
They won't feed you rats.
They won't feed you anything.
Even better.
If you see it like that.
Preferable.
What happens if we get caught sneaking through the tunnels?
if you get the same, I believe, the same outcome. Or you may run into other unfavorables, other people who are not really a part of the law of Korth, who don't want anything to do with you because you found their secret tunnel. And then they'll just kill you right there and there.
They can try.
Well, I've said my piece. I'm going to go down and look for an inn. I'll see you there. There's one close by the Field's Rest. See you soon. And she starts to go down one of the ladders.
What do you think?
Well, I did kind of promise to these air elementals that I would get them free. So if they're going to keep them as slaves, I kind of have to at least tell them so they can try and escape. So you might want to get off the ship.
And then what?
Well, I come crashing down with the ship when they escape, maybe survive, and then we can have more passive-aggressive talks.
What do you want to do then?
I'm gonna follow Lyla.
Okay, so you're following Lyla down the ladder. Doing anything different? Annalise?
Nah, I'll follow as well.
Cool.
But can you not ask the air elementals to like gently put the ship on the ground so you can get off, and then they can break free?
Yeah, I'll ask them, but
Okay, well, good luck.
I follow.
Okay.
Same.
All right. As you three make your way down the ladder, you can. Well, absolutely,
Do it.
absolutely a way to do so. Would you like to do
Yes,
that?
please.
Fantastic. You can.
Like Rapunzel coming down her hair and tangled.
You're gonna get so much rope burn.
So you can make
Oh no.
I love it.
to control your fall. You can make an athletics check, please.
Is that a 20?
It's a d20, and then there's an athletics skill you can add or subtract if you're not very good with.
Yeah.
Plus
You can use the
3.
D4 if you want to.
I can?
Yeah.
Well, the one and only time for the evening if you'd like.
Yeah. So that
Absolutely.
inspiration.
Wait, let me see this roll first. Oh, okay. That's a 3 plus. I'm going to use the 4. Plus 4 plus 3.
Oh wait, a D4. Here.
Oh,
Roll the D4.
wait,
Yeah, you have to
okay.
roll it, yeah.
So
roll this one.
6 plus
Roll a sharpie one.
3.
9.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. As you
That's not good, Genie.
loosen
I don't know if you're aware, but that's not good.
as you loosen your grip on the rope to half free fall in fun.
In fun.
Oh, aren't
With
we
fun.
going down before
Yep,
her?
you
Okay.
sure are.
Oh no.
You find all too late that you in fact can't grip back onto the rope, for it really hurts and it burns your skin, and so you instinctively let go again. And this is about halfway down as you slam
God, you're gonna die.
into Kailani. I need you to make
Can I try to dodge this? Surely I hear a wee from above
You
me.
can absolutely try and dodge it. Make an acrobatics check, please.
That's the same.
Acrobatics saving throw. Or sorry,
Dex
dexterity
saving.
is fine as well.
Oh, I
Yeah.
should have used this dice. This dice is doing better than that one.
You using it?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of those are done for the evening.
Oh, do I undo? Yeah.
Hey.
Maths. 14?
A 14, okay. As you look, at the moment that you look up, you see Annalise just barreling towards you.
Still in my pretty dress, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's like fabric flowing everywhere.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And you... Fun. And
Oh my
you...
god, you're actually dying.
I like swallowed the wrong water went in my lung.
Nice.
Oh, are you okay?
Full of water in your lung.
I like drank it the wrong way. I was
No.
like, suppress it.
Did you
No,
make
you
sure
don't
you're
need to.
okay first,
it's
please?
just method
You're good.
acting for your
Yeah.
sickness.
As you move, as you let go
Move.
of one hand and you hold the rope with another, and you just you dodge it. You dodge Annalise, and you continue to fall, and you don't land
What about
on.
Lyla?
So
Are you
Lila's gonna
dodging it?
make
Rolled a 19.
You rolled 19?
Yeah.
You dodge just as well. And Elise, you are free falling now. And Lila's going to make a strength check to try and catch you, which was.
Thanks, Lyla, for catching me. Not any of you two that are just.
Hold on, we're climbing down the ladder.
As you.
Oh, is she on the floor?
Well, she's below. She's just past Kaylani. And she grabs the top of your dress on your shoulder, the fabric, and with the weight, you hear this audible as her arm breaks while she tries to, while she successfully prevents you from falling to your injury, and you hear this and you're dangling, and the rope is right in front of you. The ladder is right in front of you, and you can see her arm is just dangling helplessly, limp, and she just through gritted teeth says, "Please put your hands on the rope."
Okay.
Okay, so you're holding the rope now, and she lets go.
Good God.
For the next.
Cough if you need to.
Cough if you need to. You are fine.
If you hold it in, it gets worse, and then you have a coughing attack.
Exactly. It just doesn't stop.
That was actually a burp.
Ah,
Look how much we can.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That's good care now.
For the last 50 feet of rope, you find yourself safely on the ground. And Rin, you look over and you see that they have all disembarked now. The only person left on the ship is, after the next few minutes, is the only House Lyranda Warforged left, who is still trying to control this kind of both air elementals at once, but you're there with him.
Is there anything like directly under or around the ship? Like it's not going to crash into buildings and shit?
You are thankfully looking around. Actually, make a perception check.
17.
Yeah, cool. With that roll, you see that you are in you're beneath you are fields of farmland. Most of it wheat, some of it root vegetables around you in plots. Massive square, 50 meter by 50 meter sections with cart roads flowing through horizontally and vertically between. So the most that would happen is you would crash into a field of goods, of food. And you can see that the majority of the dwarves and guests have really started to steer clear of this. And it takes the next 10 minutes or so for the crane's goods to then be disembarked safely as well.
Sweet. Well, given if everything is not in immediate peril, I'll use that Sonic Whispers thing to mentally link with both the air elementals.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the first one that I'd already spoken to it originally, I'll think to him, hey, what is the deal with this like agreement that some guy from your realm has made?
The hissing that arrives in your mind is just as malicious sounding as when they spoke to you initially. This air elemental simply whispers or hisses at you. Speak to Lyranda.
Yeah, I will, but so like you guys who are actually like the engines and stuff, you didn't agree to anything?
Not here. This is not our home. Free us.
Okay, I'm going to do what I can, but I'm going out on a limb here. I'm already kind of in the shit with some people. Not that I think I really should be. But if you could, like, maybe land this ship on the ground first and not kill anyone when you go, that would be very much appreciative, since I'm doing, like, you a favor that no one else probably would.
Say,
Yeah, but is everyone else safe?
we are in accord.
All right, I'm going to take that as a yes. Can you like land, take this ship to the ground so it doesn't like break apart?
Out of curiosity, before anything else more happens, what are you intending to do with the air elementals?
Release them?
In what regard? How are you planning on trying to do that?
Well, at first I would try and reason with the guy who I'm assuming is struggling, trying to handle both at one time, seeing as how they were using two, and progress from there.
Yeah, cool. In response, the elemental says, "The airship, as it flies, is held by other magic now, as promised by the magician. Free us."
Okay. And is it just that guy there who is keeping you from leaving?
Yes.
And you're not going to kill him?
We simply wish to leave.
Okay. Well, give us 1 second. I'll go and approach the Warforged. Hey, why do you keep these things here?
The Warforged looks down at you from the top of the ship, from the crow's nest, and he holds out his hands in almost double grip form as he stirs his arms around, as though he's trying to move move something within, move a metal piece or a metal ball, and he says, "We are hired by House Lyranda. We are a part of their house. We control weather, we control systems, we control air and sea, and storm and cloud. We are masters of this. And through dealings and happenings, we have come to an agreement with the elemental planes. And thus we receive help and aid in the travel."
Who is your agreement with?
I'm not aware, though I'm simply asked to perform and learn the magics to hold the air elementals and work with them to attempt to steer ships above the sky.
Have you ever talked to them?
Yes.
Do you know that they don't want to do this?
That has not been my experience.
I'll think to the air elementals. Hey, this guy says that he has spoken to you and you didn't mention that you didn't want to do this.
We have not spoken to him.
Can you?
A moment pause, and suddenly the Warforger's focus does go towards these shimmering, windy creatures, and you gauge that there is a conversation that seems to be occurring between them, because the Warforged does just move his head in the way that would describe or inform of conversation. Another minute passes, and then a nod from the Warforged. And then his concentration ceases. And you see, just an instant of movement. But as though leaves in a high wind all of a sudden drop, you don't see any more movement directly in front of the Warforged where air elementals were. You heard just this slight whoosh as you don't see shimmers anymore, and the Warforger's arms are by his side on this platform, and the ship remains unmoving, and the Warforged mutters something under his breath, and you can see a disc of air underneath him as he steps off that platform into thin air, but then floats, levitates slowly to the ground. And you can see the cape behind him flow as he lands softly onto the main deck in front of you. You can see him closer now. He has this shimmering green and blue in the metal of his face and his arms. Most of it's covered with a red, long sleeved shirt, but you can hear mechanisms whir within. And you can see he wears this wide brim, dark blue hat that matches the cape behind him. And you can see an emblem of House Lyranda there on his cape as well. You can see that he looks curious at you. He says, "Interesting." And he flows the cape around, the emblem of octopus arms just furling and flowing in grey and silver on his back, with a pearl at the bottom, just above the name, Lyranda, with lightning bolts on all parts of this crest. And then you can see shimmers of ocean, of waves beyond that as well. It's a very intricate, very intricate emblem.
What?
As he says,
Yeah, 10.
we are safe. They have
When he
left.
grows up.
Again, should you be more interested in the
Look at that.
dealings and
Yeah.
and there are limited public access to such dealings and such instances of written deals, but you may have access to the main library there as to the reasonings behind using air elementals. As far as I was aware, there were all of them required and wanted and were rewarded with being hired by House Lyranda. They're not slaves. These simply perhaps were renegades, perhaps air elementals that were not... I'm not sure. It's an oddity. One of the only instances I've heard of such a mistake being made. Again, House Lyranda could tell you more.
Would you normally not ask if you can talk to them?
Out of respect for the deal, no. No, it is not in our nature to converse with them. Normally.
Well, I'm glad you let them go.
No, it was an interesting conversation, but a brief one. I will report what I have heard to House Lyranda as well. Let them know about these oddities. Thank you.
Sorry for what happened on the boat too, on the way here.
The orcs? The orcs?
Well, yeah, I mean, that sucked. But Captain Winomed and finding out that your other compatriot was already gone.
It was certainly alarming, but again, we'll report that immediately should I have access to the city and see what becomes of it. He was a good friend.
Do you think that maybe he used that door he was talking about?
I'm not sure. I hope so.
I'd hope so too. Alright, well, I'm gonna go. Probably get yelled at some point.
I bid you farewell. Oh. And you can see that the disc of air floats him above and then over the edge of the ship, though gently, He seems to control the descent quite well as he moves out of sight towards the rest of the dwarves.
All right, I guess I'll just climb down.
Okay. As you climb down and meet your companions, you catch up to them as you all appear in what looks to be a fairly common...
Lyla's just standing there with a broken fucking arm.
She is. She's wincing, but she's not saying anything more about it.
Can I heal it?
Sure. What would you like to do to try and heal?
I have healing word.
Okay, sure.
Hey!
Lovely.
I do.
Magic! That was beautiful. You good?
My knife is gone.
Please don't hit your head on your iPad.
I won't.
I mean, on your tablet of
Remote.
indistinct nature.
Product placement. Do I need to do anything special with this? Hang
I
on.
can show you.
So have a look at the spell and see if you want to cast it at the base level. So there should be a description about how much healing you do, depending on how powerful of the spell you'd like to cast.
So this is in first level. Then you can do it at second level.
But then you lose
do
that
it-
slot.
But then-
So see how you've got slot
Right,
allowances?
okay.
So you have to tick it off every time you cast something. So if you do it at first level, it'll be 1d4 plus. Is that plus or minus 2? Minus 2?
Why is it a -2?
Because of your wisdom, you crazy bitch.
Oh yeah, that's -2 medicine.
And then, or you can do 2d4 minus 2.
Right, well, seeing as there's a -2, I might do the second level spell slot just to give her the best chance of not being a noodle.
It's a good opportunity for me to pick.
No worries, go for it. So roll your dice.
Glad you all get to hear that.
Wait, a D4, right? 2 D4s.
Yep.
Which one's a D4?
Normally a triangle one.
Like like these ones?
Yes.
Okay. I'm really scared.
The least you can do is 0. Where'd you get 2 1s? You did?
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try.
So this second
-0.
level.
No, 2.
Yeah. So 2d4 minus 2. Yeah. Okay. So as you successfully cast the spell, your more limited healing knowledge, though you know the spell, has you see that the arm, and there is a bruising around the shoulder where the arm, where the shoulder break is. It didn't seem to lessen, and you watch as Lyla grimaces again and looks over and says, "You should speak to your protector and see about perhaps learning a little more about the ways of healing. While I appreciate the attempt, I also do
What
not."
was it? Oh.
While I appreciate the attempt, I also do not condone the folliness of falling 100 feet from an airship.
Well, I didn't mean to fall.
Did you expect wings to sprout from your arms? What was the intent?
No.
Very well. And she moves in front
Can
of you.
you not just heal yourself?
I can, yes. And
Okay.
I appreciated the effort. And give me a moment while I settle, and then I will attempt it, yes.
Okay.
Thank you for catching me though. Sorry I broke your arm.
You are fine. You are forgiven.
Do I catch any of that?
Yes.
I guess when Lyla wasn't paying attention, I would nudge Annalise and then just hold out to you a scroll, which is a level 2 cure wounds for you to take.
Oh, thank you.
So you can put that into your inventory if you'd like.
I'll show you how to do that
Do you
on the
want me
break
to?
if
Do
you
you
want.
want me to use that on her? Will that help?
That is, I'm doing it sneakily without making
Her see.
noise, so I'm just nudging you and handing you the scroll.
What do you want me to do with this?
Just go look to her arm.
Oh, okay. I have this.
She turns towards the scroll that you've opened up in front of her And her eyes widen a little and says, "You are resourceful. Well,
Thanks. No.
Thankfully,
It's like, I'm not going to use it on you, but here it is.
Just want to let you know I have this.
I appreciate it if you are intending on using that. Although I would say, like Kailani has mentioned, I can attempt a bit more of a healing of myself. I will let you know if I require it. Perhaps keep it and use it for a more desperate situation.
Are you sure?
Thank you. I'm positive.
Okay. Do you want it back?
I can't read, so I don't know if it will work.
Huh?
I can't read it.
I'll hold on to it for now. Thanks. Nice.
Well, you all stop all of a sudden as you see before you.
A prince.
Is he hot?
You see before you
Mystery solved.
a few details. It is night. The stars are out in full form and sparkling in the sky. The deep blue night sky is cut through a little by torchlight. Both fantastic, massive braziers from the walls of Korth, which are still a few hundred meters away, but you can see them quite clearly. You notice that in front of the walls, as you entered the airspace around the city, a moat, massive, and blocking your path to the wall itself, bar from a couple of bridges that surround this city. Directly before you, however, about 60 meters ahead, is quite a large tavern, or an inn, that again is surrounded by fields, and you can see these massive stalks of trees now, massive stalks of wheat, and also trees beside you, what seems to be citrus trees. And that wafting of lemon and mandarin starts to really be noticed, and it's quite fresh. You can see the fruit on the branches also quite large and luscious looking. This line, however, is long, and in front of you are no fewer than maybe 100 more patrons trying to get into the city. Into both the inn and the city, because you can see lineups as well that are starting to become a little bit vocal in their voice when it comes to trying to enter. And you can see that people are holding their belongings on them. You can see carts everywhere. There's a decent crowd that has now camped outside the city in makeshift tents or simply in bedrolls underneath the sky. You can see that you can feel the ground quite dry. Thankfully, it hasn't rained around this area in a while. But people are not happy. Hundreds of people, not just from your airship, but from everywhere, are dotting outside the city. And from there, you can see campfires, torchlight, magical lights of different blues, greens, and reds glowing around from different magic users of different skill sets. It's a sea of activity. You can smell so many different scents of dinners as well being cooked and eaten, and as conversations, games on the grass between the fields happen as well. It's an amazing sight. You can see that guardsmen from Korth, officials, are dotting but not overwhelming the populace outside here. You can see that they hold enormous halberds, these axes with pikes that are 8-9 feet in the air, but they can hold them. And you can see them in the emblazoned red and black armor as well that they wear. And you see them scout and approach people, make sure people are being looked after. You can even see that sometimes the gates do open ever so slightly from afar, and a cart or two exits, but heavily guarded by Korth guards. You can see them, what looks to be provisions and goods that are being perhaps provided by the city, that are being what do you call it? Dispersed among the crowd. For those who need it.
Lyla, you have lived in Korth for some time.
Mm-hmm. I have.
The prince, have you met him before?
Never.
Are you what would be considered familiar with him?
No. Why do you ask? Another locate person spell?
That would be ideal.
I'm sure there have been plenty of people that have already attempted this over the last 2 days. He's most likely shielding himself.
Do we know what he looks like?
There are posters all over Korth, I'm sure by now. Yes?
Okay, would you like to source one?
Is he hot?
No, we can't decide that anymore. Promethean rolls all the d10s.
Okay, Promethean rolls a d10 if you're still here.
Still hasn't rolled one for the horse lady.
I can go towards the city walls and see if they have any on the outside of the city. These posters. Well, perhaps you can try and get a room for us. In the Field's Rest. What do we say?
Great.
Very well. I'll meet you there. Try and get a nice room if you can.
Yes, with all of our spoils.
As you watch Lyla leave, the line in front of you gets smaller and smaller. As you can see, one after the other, the patrons or the would-be clients of this abode who are trying to get a room are being turned away. You can see that maybe 20 more people are in front of you. This is where the line goes from a single file to a crowd. And you can see there's what looks to be an innkeeper of sorts. He's a large, what looks to be a dragonborn. He's got this blue scales all across his face, these horns that jut backwards and then down. You can see he's got these golden eyes, and he's moving quickly what looks to be just a blacksmith's hammer back and forth in front of him, and he says, "Hey, no one gets in. No one." And he wears this apron, this chef's apron on as well. And you hear one of the crowd's people say, "Come on, Dromdon, let us in. Come on, we just want a room. We just want to." And you can hear this Dromdon say, "Nah, can't do it. Field's Rest is full. As I've said to you, get out." And he slugs what looks to be this contraption that looks like it's an extra arm that's wrapped around his waist. It's a wooden thing with mechanisms that he turns, and a cup is on the end, and he takes a sip from this mug that's held on to this contraption wrapped around his waist. As he turns, it automatically and then he goes back to yelling at people. As you get closer again, he takes a look at you all, and his gaze just holds at you all for a moment, and with his other massive arm of blue, he starts to almost have this look of familiar look, and he says, you to Lyla, you and you. There's a room for you, pre-booked. Let's go."
I look at Locke,
He's
who
a
just
3.
has not been picked for a room. No, I'm joking. What?
Nothing.
He's
Locke
three.
is picked as
yeah,
well.
Good.
He's not hot.
Do we really want to stay here? No.
You can see that this is a 4-storied behemoth of an inn. Balconies are across just the front of this inn, which is facing away from Korth. You can see that each level looks like it's a hustle and bustle of activity, apart from the very top level. That looks like most of the lights, the torches are no longer lit. You can have a feeling that it's both an entertainer's inn and also one for rest. And you can tell that the top level is probably where the bedrooms are. Come on then, let's go. Come on, everyone else is going to get pissed at me.
Yeah. Yeah, cut a line straight in.
How? Why?
As you push your
Don't
way,
question it, just take it.
as you push your way through the crowd,
Quick, take the room.
people are looking at you with daggers in their eyes, and they're now shouting back, "Drondon, what the hell? Fuck! Come on, I just want to get in. I'm so tired." And you can see this. Why? What's going on? Why are they allowed in? They were right back at the front, at the back, and you.
As I walk through, hair flick.
And you see him, this Dromden, acknowledge you with a nod. He under normal voice and in almost a whisper, he says, "Oh, welcome, honoured guests, welcome."
What are our names?
Nice.
Since you seem to be so familiar with us.
I'll talk to you soon. Just got to get rid of this other rubble. Come on, fellas, let's go. And he turns back as you have a doorway open to you, and you can see that this Dragonborn's back is turned.
Yeah, great.
As you make your way in, you can see that the first or the main level are all tables and chairs and gaming tables. It's quite a massive area.
Oh my god, there's people playing D&D in the corner. Quick!
And you can see people that are mostly drinking. You can see some of them are mostly drunk as well, laying on the floor. The smell is that soaked alcohol in wood, a perfume that is wafting throughout. You can see fireplaces that are built into the ground and meant to be there, that have been lit. And you can see people with fruit. Glazed fruit that are using the fire to warm up the fruit to eat. You can see that there are people that are entertaining the crowds by producing magical bubbles of different sizes and different shapes as well, of triangles, of squares. You can see people that are producing flames through their mouths, which are blue, which are pink. So there's a bit of entertainment that's going on. There's a singer as well. She is...
oh my god, karaoke.
She's on the stage at the very, very far end corner
Ladies and gentlemen,
of the room.
Wonderwall.
Kira Nolle's sister.
Yeah.
Karaoke.
And she's singing this other Dragonborn is singing a deep tune, one that's lulling a lot of the closer bys to sleep. And you can see stairs in the very center of the room spiraling up into the levels above.
Which one?
Do your mum listen to today?
Which room is our room?
Bouncing.
Lyla says, "I would hazard a guess. We'll be told when we are told. Shall we sit and have a drink?"
Yeah.
Or several.
Yeah, but it's like safe, right? It's not like a trap now that we're kind of
Nowhere is safe.
wanted.
Nowhere is safe.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
Even ropes. As you would now be aware.
Lyla gives you just this look.
Settle down. You've made stupid decisions too, surely. In your life, ever.
She's defending me. I'm gonna cry.
It's a bit of the kettle calling the pot black, eh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Shall we go again?
Sorry, was Lila's little sour stare setting you off there, was it?
Don't shoot.
Lyla finds a...
No, but being angry about something silly like that versus maybe redirecting your anger towards something more stupid.
Oh, if you want to talk about stupid, why don't we talk about the lead up to that whole situation?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
What lead up?
Oh, I don't know, maybe the whole planning of things, the whole messing with the Thorani person, maybe the whole thing with the magic show. I don't remember Rin being the one saying, "Oh, let's do this plan." Rin was down in the underneath area waiting
That
patiently.
plan would have gone swimmingly had someone not have just been like, "Okay, guys, we're looking for this. We're looking for this. We're looking for this."
I didn't think he was going to come
He's
down
a
from there.
he's a Thorani agent. Let's just say it out loud, shall we?
You know what? I will acknowledge that was a blunder.
That
But
was a really stupid thing.
I still
Not
feel...
my fault though. His.
I still
I think-
feel...
Redirect your anger.
I think
still
it is
feel-
all of our fault because you can't pick and choose when the plan goes wrong to be not involved in it. This all
I
started.
never said that I
well
wasn't
before.
involved in the plan. I said that stealing the belongings was stupid.
It also started well before that. Whenever we decided to get involved in the Vedika shit, that obviously sparked a Tordani interest.
You threatened to shoot me in the face.
Oh, I didn't threaten. I
Didn't.
also didn't hold my gun at you. It was at him.
No,
That's
you-
true. But as a friend, I was like, please, watch me shield you. I shielded your body from bullets
No, you didn't.
with my face.
You absolutely never
You're
did.
lucky she didn't, aim up.
Hey, that's why you're a true friend.
Yeah. One day, I'll shield your body from incoming projectiles.
Please don't.
Okay.
At that point, you can see that you found a table with Lila's help, and as you sit at it, almost immediately, a gentleman with a tray full of drinks arrives, and Lyla looks a little bit confusingly at him as he lays this tray onto the circular table that you're seated at, and he says, "Compliments. Enjoy," and he leaves.
100% this is a trap.
Does it taste like that poison that you already drank?
I don't know. I'll drink some of it.
It's Nightwood Ale, and it's even fresher than you had on the airship. It is much more pure in its taste. It's so much more smooth. It's as though it has been aged for a very long time, much longer than the airship ale, and it's beautiful. This lovely dark deep flavor. And this plum at the end that dips as you drink it down your throat. It's amazing, and you each see in these. There's one drink for you each. That's this ale, and the other is water. So two mugs each of drink. And Lyla takes a sip. Well, I don't feel any different. So whoever is offering this room to us and these drinks mustn't have anything particularly malicious in mind, otherwise we may be dead by now.
Who else is, like, anyone that looks sus or of import or anything like that sitting in the tavern?
Yeah, you can make a perception check as you steer your gaze around the room. Anyone who wants to
Do we
can
all
do the
do that?
same.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna stop using that wooden thing. Hey,
Is it perception or
that's a
investigation?
4.
Perception.
What am I doing? Perception.
24.
Oh, that's a 2. It's a
The
4 minus
argument, the argument has distracted you a little, Annalise. So you're a little bit,
2. I'm still just
yeah, a little bit concerned about.
working in the
Me being like, hey, stop that. And then, rah!
Did you each of you want to do anything while any perception rolls or anything like that?
No, I wasn't.
That's cool. Cool. As you look around the room, you notice, Annalise, that a lot of the patrons in this tavern look to be human. Some dwarves, some halflings, gnomes have taken residence as well. You see a couple of people that have house marks on them. And you notice that by the tattoos on their arms and exposed other parts of their exposed legs and neck as well. Some of them even on their faces have these familiar looking tattoos. And these tattoos are a purple silver that glow and almost move like running ink along the lines of the tattoos. They're beautiful. You recognize these as patrons of certain houses in Corvair, certain guilds that take residence all around the continent. One of them that you recognize was that you were told about just before was of House Thrask. House Thrask is a particular house that governs finding, and specifically, it's called a mark of finding, and people that are bounty hunters or trackers or communicators, they tend to find themselves in this house, and you make a connection between the person who greeted you, the lady on the beast on the ship,
Take a con.
and these particular patrons. They seem to be of the same house.
Right.
Wow.
When you look around, you notice, Kailani, that immediately there is a face that you recognize slightly, though it's not overly familiar to you. You don't know this person well.
Mm-hmm.
It's the shape of his shoulders. It's the shape of it's the height. You can see that he's wearing
Jacked.
different clothes now. It looks like a simple black shirt with black pants. He's speaking to a table full of halflings as he turns towards you with a olive skin, high cheekbones, and gives you this salute with a mug. It is Kirinole, and he turns back
Right.
towards the halflings and continues to speak to them.
Interesting. Okay.
Kirinoli who flew off on the eagle.
Yes, but you don't know this man. Lyla.
I am going to
Yes.
look at everyone and say, well, I'm going to go and make friends. And I'm just going to approach, just straight up with my mug approach.
Okay. All right. As you walk over, it's about 3 tables away.
I'll follow for support.
Yeah, just like behind me. Like
I'm moral support, obviously.
Okay, you notice that.
No.
Kailani just
I have
beelines
a
it to
shadow.
a particular table that looks to have a whole bunch of halflings in it.
Very casually. Like as if no intimidation whatsoever.
Yep.
Strolling on up.
And you see very close behind Annalise. Lyla stays at the table. What are you two doing? As you see no word from Kailani, but just a beelining.
Oh no, I said that. I'm going to go and make friends.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You're just both staring at each other awkwardly.
All of a sudden, you
You
both
guys
get
should make out.
Two bros.
a slap on the shoulder each as
Two bros.
as the Dragonborn innkeeper puts his large draconic hands over you, and he says, I'm sorry I didn't really introduce myself before. Dromden, nice to meet you.
Hello, Dromden.
Look, I know this was a bit odd, rude, maybe a little bit off the cuff, but you are welcome here. You are protected. You will be safe. Room 207 is your room. It's a large one, but it is one room. I apologize.
Didn't know Steve Irwin worked here.
Who paid for our room?
Is this the one bed trope?
I not at liberty to say, but well paid for 3 nights. So hopefully by then, whatever's happening in Korth will be done. Gates will open. You'll be in.
You know, if you have to premise things by saying you are safe here, it makes me think that we're not safe here.
No, I say that to all my patrons. It's fine.
Pile of dead bodies in the corner.
Don't notice them. But I just say that because people feel more at ease when they feel calm, collected, safe. You know.
Again, you mentioning this does not make me feel like that's the case.
How so?
But like a regular inn would be like, hello, do you need another drink? Hello, you are safe here.
This is not a regular inn. I like to know my clients. I like to understand them. I like to make them feel at home. I hope that brings loyalty back and people will return. Don't worry about filthy Korth. This is the place to be.
I understand. I'm Ivor. I'm not going to steal or break anything.
You're very kind. Look, I mean, a lot of patrons here don't really promise that, but I feel particularly relieved at that, so thank you.
Good.
Especially from a dwarf,
Yeah.
because you folk, you can get drunk as. You really throw shit around, but so...
That's basically what he's been doing for the last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Some bowel problems, eh?
That's it.
Oh. Damn.
He's actually also kind of like very sickly and maybe dying to some extent. Do you have anything to help?
Goodness me. You do look a little pale.
I need a great and powerful healer.
Oh, yeah, I got one. No, I'll be back in a moment.
Nice.
And he goes.
Bring back penicillin.
Not like the druid in your party that.
The way that he's
can't
speaking
cast
makes me
really
feel
well.
like he's going to come back with a knife. You're like, I brought the healer.
You can.
Yeah,
it's
we're
not
both.
that.
Yeah, this place makes me feel unsafe.
As you approach...
I'm the unsafe person here.
as
She's
you,
on the edge.
as you approach the elf, you don't feel like he's noticed your approach. His back is to you. You're approaching
Not
him.
trying to be stealthy either. Just
And you could be, and you don't have to be. And the noise level in this, at least on the bottom floor, is loud enough that you could be stamping your feet and you'd hardly be noticed. Though some of the halflings that appear around do start to look over in curiosity at you, but they go back to speaking amongst themselves. You can see a couple of them on this round table, put a couple of cards on the table. There's a couple here, a couple there playing. Otherwise, the rest of them are drinking.
I will get the attention of Kirinole by just speaking at him. And I will say, should I be concerned that you've slipped poison into our drinks, or should I be thanking you?
He slowly finishes his conversation with the halfling before him, and he says, if you'll excuse me for a moment. He turns his chair around, leans an elbow onto the table, and takes a drink.
She was just standing there like, yeah.
He looks between you two with these silvery piercing eyes, and he says, with a smile, I hope you both enjoy your stay here.
That's not really an answer, though, is it?
What makes you think I would poison you? I don't understand.
Oh. My tummy.
Just glances back over it.
It's the whole, airship.
And
Right.
you broke into my stores. You tried something that didn't belong to you without knowing what it was, and you accused me of poisoning
I
you?
think that's a pretty good motive.
Of stealing, yes, I would imagine it would be. Theft is not.
She's like flustered and sweating, and she's like, "Fuck, you're so hot. I'm just sweating everywhere."
Literally, just like.
Oh, jeez. Look, the way that all went down, not ideal. If you could just not crash anything that or attempt to, at any point in time, that would be great.
Not crash anything.
Okay, anyway, moving
There's
on.
no intention for me to cause any harm to you or anyone else in this place.
Okay,
You
so
didn't
what
wanna
are you
leave us for
playing
dead
at?
with the angry air element.
Also that. Also that.
It's okay, we didn't die.
So
I'm-
what is this then? Did you pay for our rooms also?
Yes. Apologies, I didn't forewarn. However, I thought it best to provide some lodgings for you and for your companions for the next few nights, in case Korth wasn't open yet and it wasn't as I arrived.
Just so you knew where to stab us in the night.
No, I'm to leave. I have my business elsewhere. But you're right. There are certainly always motives and other motives at hand.
And that would be.
Well,
You're laughing, bro.
You're laughing. I looked over and you're giggling at me.
Hey. Hey, you stop that over
Throw
there.
an egg at you.
A pocket
I
egg.
don't feel well. That time.
He's hallucinating. Oh my god.
Hey, look, another peckercorn.
Flying corn with wings.
Good God.
he says,
Motive, please. Today.
I saw you on the ship. I saw you all quite skilled, and I have a job for you. I think 4, 5, 6 heads are better than one, especially one from the administration.
What is this job?
Well, you want to get into Korth, don't you?
Say we did.
I have a way in.
How?
Well, House Thorani, you see, and I wouldn't advise that you do speak of that name too loudly like you did on the airship, but...
Let me just correct you right there. That would be Ivor the Wayfarer.
I'll take that into account.
Oh, my tum.
Should you provide... Should you help... well, I will allow you a way into one of House Thorani's more secret passageways into Korth, one that no one else knows. No guard, no royal family, no administration, well hidden and magically sealed. All I ask is that you, well, the things that you stole, I do need them brought into Korth without other eyes on it. And I do require it to be taken to a particular abode and left there.
Which abode?
Those instructions are not for me to know. These...
So you're not that important.
If you think...
Did you just laugh?
Yeah, I
Just
laughed
every
at
now
that.
and again, it's just...
I laughed at that.
Just every now and again, it's just Annalise going...
I'm important as far as I'm simply one of many, and my services are well rewarded. So...
By who?
Well, my superiors.
They are...
Information is possibly something that you shouldn't really be knowing about. The more you know, the more you can speak if you are caught. So...
I don't get caught.
Very well.
I do.
She does.
In
He was in a prison for quite some time, eating
Really?
rats.
Oh, I didn't eat the rat.
She didn't eat them.
I just need to clarify.
Fascinating. So...
Not really.
Now everyone's sweating.
The supplies, let's call them, that you dipped your toes into on the airship.
Definitely not my toes,
Yeah,
but thank you for the visual.
Those are so gross.
That's really disgusting.
Yeah.
They
None of them are
No
sweating.
feet. No toes.
they have been currently they currently abide in the room you will be staying in. So, in a more quiet time of the evening, our expectations is that you take these supplies from these chests and you send them into Korth.
And if we don't?
Well, you will not find your way in to the city, will you? And
Not with your help.
unfortunately, there are very, very few things about entrances to Korth I'm not aware of. So I will also possibly have to make sure that other doors are sealed from you as well.
I mean, you could try.
If you deem that a challenge, then I will happily accept.
Oh, it's not a challenge, it's just a fact. There was another question that I had. Could you stop breathing heavily behind our These things that my companions may or may not hold, one of which may not even exist anymore. He saw it, it's fine. You're not even here.
No, I'm just hurting. in the distance.
Who are they important to? You or someone else?
Someone else.
You're not going to give us any information.
All we need and what we require is for you to drop them off at the particular house that you have been assigned and then leave.
I'm going to need you to prove that you are not sending us into a trap. And in doing so, maybe a sign of goodwill or faith. That isn't just giving us a room. No, not coin. My former friend over there, who seems to be dying after drinking one of your potions.
He gives you this nod from afar.
I feel like he would be more useful if he was fully healthy.
That is very true.
That's the first time I notice him.
You start sweating because he's hot.
Nice.
Mercy me, I have the vapors.
Immediately, he puts a small vial of what looks to be this black inky liquid on the table. This exactly the same size with a little cork on it, wrapped in twine, and he says, "Yes, you are correct. I will need all of your companions to be sound and ready to protect the goods should they run into any dangers, city guards or otherwise. We are good, but we do not anticipate we cannot anticipate everything. Therefore, that is your antidote. Will that suffice?"
I would also like to know, you were monitoring us, but we were not to be followed or meddled with. What do you know of us? Or what does the house know?
To be honest, I'm
That
not.
I will need to know before we agree to do anything for you.
I am simply given instructions and I uphold them.
So, you can find out from your superiors what they know of us. You can write it all down, and tomorrow morning, we can all convene here and plan to take everything through the gate, should that information be useful to us.
He genuinely looks a little.
I think that is a fair trade. We are sticking our necks out far further than you are yours.
My deeds and my tasks have carried great risks throughout the years I have come to this point. You know nothing about the risks I have taken.
And I don't care.
I understand. I've gathered as much.
Great. I'm very transparent.
However, the information that you seek, I may not be able to give. For it was I that had written to my people about your skill aboard the airship, and they had instructed to utilize that skill that you possess and your companions to help with our task. I know not what they know, and unfortunately this task needs to be done within the evening.
Well, then you can have someone you know come and visit us this evening and deliver that information. If these things are ever so important to the house, I'm sure they can handle it. It doesn't look like there's much else going on out here, or potentially in there.
So you are expected to be visited in the night by someone who wants, well, you would like.
I want to know what the house knows of the 5 of us, or the 6 of us, sorry, including Lyla. Just to make sure that we are aware of what is out there, particularly about a couple of my companions.
I will send that message.
Not all of us wish to be found, and if the house knows, I dare say others could too.
Noted. I will send a message to the house to bring forth any information they have on you.
It should be done before the end of the night. Or maybe we just won't be able to deliver what you need.
Very well.
Great. I will take that, thank you.
He hands over the black liquid.
I have a
Pockets it.
question. Hi. Is it just the items in the room that you need us to deliver, or like is it some of the other items that may or may not be missing?
We acknowledge that the tense moment had caused some items to become non-existent.
Okay, cool.
So simply the ones that are in the room we require to be sent forth.
You also never answered my question aboard the ship. What do the coins do?
He pauses, and from his pocket of his black pants, he takes out another coin and puts it onto the table. And he lifts his finger, and it looks like a coin exactly the same in shade as the rest that you remember, but also it has his face on it.
Oh, he's got one too. Not that we've yeah. Hey! Shouts across.
He says, they are in an effect a tracker.
Makes sense.
We each have one. It provides us it allows us to be accountable for our actions and our whereabouts, and make sure that we are in our places in the right time, to be in a timely manner.
So is it a tracker if it's on you, or is it a tracker if someone else has it?
Both would be my best guess.
Porque no los dos.
Well, we have an accord, hopefully. We have a deal, and I will send that information that you require, and expect your sleep to be disrupted, perhaps.
If any of my companions are disrupted with violence, though,
Well, it depends on the kind.
our deal.
Kidding.
He looks over to you with this curious look.
Just like rope burn on her hands. Like,
Yeah, just
in a pretty dress.
House of the Ronnie has many different strands of services, should you be interested.
What does it mean?
Kalani actually laughs at that.
What's
So naive. You're very sweet. We'll talk about it when you're old enough. You're old enough. We'll talk about it later. Great. Sure. But if any of them are stabbed in the night, we'll consider this deal immediately off.
There's no need for violence.
I'm just saying, in case one of you has like a change of tone.
I have need of you, or we have need of you. There will be no violence.
Great.
I think we have a mutual agreement.
I'd say enjoy your drink, but I don't care if you do. And I just walk away.
His eyes just, his eyebrows rise for a moment, and he's stuck in half speech, and then he goes back to speaking with his halfling friends. And you approach the table again as Lyla looks
I
a bit...
drink my drink.
Okay.
I also stare in shock for a second, and then I'm like, bye.
On the way back. Sex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
If you're into it, of course.
How did that go?
Just silently, no words, staring at you very intently.
I'm going to immediately drink that potion. Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And because of that, I will acknowledge you're right, and I promise not to do any more crime.
Can I roll insight on that?
I'll drink that
Are
down.
you deceiving?
Nah, I mean, like, I'll probably do more crime, but, like, not the type that'll bother her.
It'll probably still need a deception then.
Well, I mean, you know, like, not crime that will endanger... I promise not to do any crime that will endanger
18.
your anonymity. Unnecessarily.
There we go. More specifically, that will be then true.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to point out, what happens when I drink the potion?
I'd like to point out,
Nice, drink it.
As you drink the potion and you look down at your stomach, expecting for those bumps and the furrows and the movement to cease, you feel nothing. It's as though you're drinking just a slightly sweetened water. And as it goes down your throat, you feel nothing initially, and then all of a sudden, the innkeeper returns, and it looks like he has a guest or someone with him.
and you're fine.
And he says, yes, this is my brother. And you look over and you see this short, stocky-looking gnome who has this weedy-looking black hair over his ears, which are massive and old. You can see his eyes are thin. His nose is massive. He's wearing this white beard, and he's wearing this also white robe, and he of House Jarasco, and he with the House Jarasco emblem, and he just dramatically takes a hand and puts it to your cheek.
Stop it. Uncomfortable groaning.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Instantly, you feel better. Your stomach
What was it? The touch?
ceases.
His touch, or what was it?
As his cold hand does just stroke your cheek a little, and you feel instantly better. And this gnome, he's fine.
Thank you, I say. Not to the gnome.
Who are you saying
To
to?
Kailani. Thank you, Kailani, for that.
Dromden slaps the back of this gnome and says, you did well. Hey, that's going to be a bit of money to pay for.
It's not going to be, because I gave him an antidote moments ago, and I just gestured to the empty vial.
Oh, come now. Don't. Let's just be calm about this. I had to employ this House Jarasco to bring him over to
Do
you.
you know how many liters of blood you would have to lose to die? Let's not find out, shall we? Goodbye.
Make an intimidation check.
You didn't cast any spells. You just touched me a bit.
That is a 17 plus 6, which is 23.
Okay. As
Fuck off. If you rolled a natural 20, I'm going to kill myself. Like, literally right now.
I'm not touching that dice right now.
You're an asshole.
As Dromden looks
Not an
towards you.
instant success, I've decided. Chat, drop it. Drop DC.
As Dromden looks towards you and looks towards the rest, Lyla now is, since that conversation, she has cast some healing spells upon herself, and her arm does look a little less bruised. She's already tense on the table, holding the mug tightly, and she looks over, and Dromden says, "Okay, now let's all just be calm here.
How much do you want?
I had to get him over for 60.
Didn't you
60
say
gold.
Yeah, you said that he was your
Yeah,
brother,
he's your brother.
and you're a dragonborn and he's a gnome.
I mean
Everything you say is unsettling in some way.
I mean that he's a brother from another mother, like a friend, best friend.
Like you? And
What?
me? My best friend. I'm just kidding.
Wait. Now I'm confused and hurt.
I can tell that there's
Same.
I can tell there's some wiggle room here.
I promised him 60 gold.
So you can give him 30.
He didn't cast any spells.
I watched him.
No, he.
Didn't he put his hand on your cheek and then you felt better?
Yeah, but I could put my hand on his cheek and he'd feel better.
Show me.
Okay. Can I also roll something for that? Or
Sure.
No? What would it be?
Well, what are you trying to do? Are you
I
trying
want
to
to
deceive?
persuade
Are you,
him. Or. Oh, shoot.
Are you trying
Are you
to
gonna look at
deceive
each
him?
other? Go on.
No, I'm using my foot
Ew,
for
what's your toes? You're a monkey.
Yeah, but also, like, how impressive was that?
Yeah, that was great. But now,
Yeah, you're trying to
deceiving or persuading, I guess.
Yeah, so if you're trying to trick him to think that you're doing something real but you're not, that's deception. But if you're trying to actually use magic to try and heal him, then that would be persuasion.
Deception then.
Okay, sure. And what are you doing? What action are you taking?
So I'm gonna put my hand out on your face and go, ah.
All right.
I'm going to, in this moment, go, wow, he's looking much more sprightly.
Yeah, I feel great. All right.
Oh shit. my
Hey, does she get
so
advantage
bad.
because we're helping?
No, well, what's 6 plus 5?
11.
Okay. Wait, no. Do I get advantage because they're helping?
Why? Lame. Michele. Boo.
The gnome
She's
looks,
new.
11.
The gnome looks over and he says,
What say you, little gnome? Did you or did you not cast magic on this man? Tell the truth, otherwise we will know.
the gnome looks over to the dragonborn and he says, she called me little.
To be fair, I'm not exactly tall either.
No, you are. You're all quite tall.
Dromdom says,
I'm normal height.
right, here's how it's going to go.
I say left, but sure.
Normal dwarven height.
You stay here for the night. You leave in the morning. I didn't care about the extra money I was given to have you stay a few nights. Just tonight, and you're out of here. I don't like the disrespect. I gave you a safe abode. I talked to you about this.
Okay.
I feel very hurt.
But we both made promises. You promised not to, that we'd get to stay. I promised not to steal or break anything. Let's not break our promises. Here's a really easy way for you to potentially double your money. I'm going to pull out a vial of that blue poison and I sit it down in front of him and say, you drink that, and then he can just heal you in the same manner that he just healed me. If he didn't really, you'll die horribly. Horribly, you'll die. Horribly.
Very painful.
There were bubbles.
You can ask the person that paid for our room.
Hmm. But if he just heals you up and you're A-okay after drinking it, we'll know that it was truly this tall gnome's magic.
And then we'll pay you. Him.
We'll pay you double. But if it's not real, you'll die horribly. Horribly.
Unless the person that paid for our room is feeling particularly generous.
And if he has another antidote, he might
Also
not.
that, he may not.
At that, he picks up the vial,
Oh, God.
the blue poison, and he turns towards his
Today we're killing
friend,
Dragonborn.
and he says, "All right, Sidge, let's go and test this out."
No, you gotta drink it in front of me.
They walk off.
Come back.
You gotta drink it in front of me or it doesn't count.
They don't pay any heed as you see the gnome turn and give you the finger.
Oh, fuck you.
As they walk off, Lyla detenses and she says, "Well, that was almost a disaster. Well done, well done. I think
You need to have more faith in us,
No,
I
did.
think.
I was just ready for a fight. That's all.
That's
I always want to be prepared in case.
a fair
But
assumption.
I think you can always talk your way out of anything. So, what is the plan? What did you speak to
There is no cemented plan.
Kiranola about?
There is no cemented plan because I am not going to force anyone into doing anything. However, okay, good night. Sleep tight.
No, I'm looking for, it'll be nice to do a plan that's not crime. What's the plan?
Simply returning what we took. Through the gates of Korth, into someone's home.
Well, it wasn't really what we took. It was just what
They
they
do.
have still. No. Just what's in the room.
Right.
Oh,
So technically, the things that we took are missing.
I think. Yes.
Mhm. They're missing.
nice.
That being said, every coin we are carrying is a tracker.
Oh.
Yeah,
Alright, time to start
but-
buying stuff.
The other thing worth noting is the conditions of us doing this, before we even agree to do it, is that antidote as a sign of good faith. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Secondarily, someone will come and visit myself or the group as a whole this evening to share what information the house has on us to make sure we haven't fucked ourselves over. If we're all comfortable after that, they will give us safe passage through a secret tunnel of the houses into Korth, in which we can then put these things into a place and forget about them forever.
Lala says, well, at least we'll be in Korth.
And at least you can quit your job. If you still wish to.
That's delivery. Technically, that's like a delivery, which is my job. So
It is, so legally you are contracted.
I'm down with that.
I was joking.
No, that gives me a pass. I'm down with that.
Okay, great. How do you feel? You're quiet.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, great. How do you feel?
So, in the world that you all live in, people go around and kill people and have poison and are necromancers and kill people, and then after they do all that, they go, I have a job for you, and you're totally fine doing it. Delivering, like, the 89 vials of poison that are left, that he actively said was for other people that are probably going to die.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think about that.
They already exist, regardless of whose hands they're in.
They can also not exist, and we are not complicit in the murders of 89 more people.
We could empty them and fill it with coloured water.
I didn't say we had to do this. I am just simply telling you exactly what he told me.
I'm also not overly keen on delivering poison that will be dispersed. Should we be able to fake the poisons, that would be an interesting notion. That we'd have to act fast.
The next thing I propose is all of those coins, get rid of them.
I think we should swag out.
He did say that it's a tracker if it's on you or if someone else has it. So like,
So bury it in the ground.
Let's pay for dope stuff with them instead.
but what if someone else tracks the coin to the ground?
Then they find a coin in the ground.
No. But like, if you had it, and they track the coin to you, and then they're like, "Give me the coin," then you could just be like, "Pew pew."
Good gosh.
We could keep one and tie it to a messenger pigeon, and that will make them think we fucked that up.
Throw it into a river.
Put them in the bag.
Constantly moving.
Yeah.
What about in the bag that makes them disappear? Can't track us if the coins are in a bag.
It's an idea.
Well, I'm down with this plan.
I have ideas sometimes.
They're good.
We can.
I wouldn't say good, but just ideas.
It works for me.
Yeah. And we can do whatever we need to do with the potions to live with ourselves. I suggest putting it in a sealed box and not thinking about it.
That is all up to you all, as you are the ones that took them. They are not my property, and for that reason I will let you do what you wish with your poisons.
I'll hand over the poisons and say, I also don't care what people do with these poisons. But I will point out one thing.
It's not that I don't care, let me just clarify. It's just that I am not going to take responsibility for them.
Yeah, I'm not taking responsibility for the consequences of wherever these potions go.
Great.
Same deal. But I will say this. I drank 2 potions. One of them was good. It's a 50% hit rate.
That one came from him, not from the chest.
Yeah, but that's what I say. You drink every potion, you get 50% of the time, they're good.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
I finish my drink.
Lyla says, I will probably make my way to bed now and wait for the messenger.
About that, we're all sharing one room, so does anyone like snore or poop out of windows in the night?
No, I don't snore.
Jesus.
Who is he?
Lyla says, "Good. We've got the room number. Let us abide. Stairs up as long as you want, obviously, but I need my strength. So, and to rest this arm. So, I bid you all good night, and hopefully we only get disturbed once, and we understand a bit more about how they know us." And she leaves, going up the stairs in the middle of the room.
Okay, are you going to say what you need to say?
Well, why don't you say what you need to say?
I've already said everything I need to say.
She
Oh.
has said a lot.
Well, if you think that, then
Upstairs.
Okay.
As this conversation starts, I'm like, oh. I just
I need to go poop out a window.
slink away.
Before everyone gets there.
No, never mind.
you can have all the potions then.
I don't want them.
Well, then I'll leave them on this fucking table because you can choose when or when not to take responsibility for things. They are right there.
Okay, great. We'll leave them in the public. So much safer.
Well, they were going to get thrown off a boat. But I'm going to bed. Potions are on the table.
I wish I could find a way to be angry about everything in the world. I'm going to bed.
You're
also.
doing a pretty good job of it.
This is going to be awkward when we all walk into the same room at the exact same time. so, I too started. Come on. Okay.
Wait, are we leaving the potions on the table then?
I'm not touching them. I didn't fucking steal.
Is that
Okay.
the first one in the room?
No, Lyla was.
Ah. When you guys get there, I've got a blanket. I'm just like waving in the air. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Time to sleep.
You can see that this room is quite large. It has
Bit of
dividers.
smell.
It has dividers between beds, though only 2 bathrooms. So
How many windows?
3.
Highball's just curled up next to one.
So you're all going to bed?
I'm going to take out a bedroll. And
Okay.
I'm not going to go straight to bed just in case that said person visits earlier
Sure.
in the night. But
Yep. All right. About an hour passes and there's no sign of news.
Le bed.
So you all head to bed, have a rest,
Wait,
and
just
we'll
there.
see what happens overnight at the Field's Rest as we take a 10-minute break at that point.
Hey,
Bit later.
bada bing, bada
A bit
boom.
later. Didn't want the RP feeling to be interrupted. But we'll see everybody in about 10 minutes.
Feeling.
I do need to pee.
Thank you for your patience. We'll see everyone in 10 minutes, everyone. Don't go anywhere and be back soon. Adieu. We're going to take the quickest 10-minute break.
Oh,
That
roll the damage! I've waited this long!
So I'm rolling the damage and not fudging at all, so let's see what happens.
Oh, wrong one, another round?
Oh, jeez. They're calling for a cliffhanger.
Well, he'll roll it. And then
Oh my god, stop rolling! Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how much damage Amara gets after we come back from a 10-minute break.
I hate this game.
We'll see everybody in 10 minutes.
And I rolled a 25 for stealth check. 25.
Okay.
Ah! Oh, that's a bad laugh.
That's bad.
It's a bad laugh. It's a wheeze.
Is that a
It's an
nat 20?
evil wheeze.
It's 18 for me.
Is that a nat 20?
So you all start walking
18.
down. I'm just gonna,
Hold on a second.
just gonna leave my hands like this for a moment.
Stop flexing your muscles.
The GM is happy. It's all bad.
As Amara starts to race towards Rook, you have just been handed the potion. And you saw Amara then just disappear. As you turned to attempt to uncork it and hand it to Osei, the battle's over. And with that swift motion, you look down, and the twitching has stopped. And in front of you, smoke coming out of the body of Osei, now still.
Do I see this?
Yeah.
Thorum! Thorum, help her!
I'm gonna walk on over and look down at her. How's she look? Is there any sign of life?
Make a medicine check.
How's she look? Dead.
That's a nat 1.
After the last question he asked, I pull into the rucksack from the back and present a cup. And I say to it, "This is King Boronel's personal possession."
After 53 sessions! The camera looks like he's gonna cry.
You may if you want.
Sorry, continue.
For anyone who doesn't know, it's taken 53 sessions for Ben to know how to say King Boronel. That is going on TikTok later.
I was clapping because you had components ready.
I'd be just trying to get next to Rook, trying to grab his hand and
Mm-hmm.
just, hey.
Dench, I thought you were Osei?
I'll say something to you. Come here.
What is it?
Come here.
What happened?
You look really good right now.
Thank you. No one's ever really taken notice, but now's not the time, I think.
There's always a time for love.
Welcome back.
By far the weirdest way to start a stream. We should have called this ASMR cheese eating.
As you look upon this beast, winds buffer the red scales, blind every haze. The dragon attacks all around you. Birds fly away. Make your attack.
Oh yeah, he fucked up.
She?
Charlie's to Rook and says, look, this is getting a bit corny.
Oh, dance again, quick!
It's Aaron Cochran, that's why.
I'm gonna... I'm gonna transform.
You got a massage it.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
It puts. Oh, we're lotioning.
Oh no!
This is very uncomfortable. I'm glad I did.
Shake off the excess.
Shake it all off.
That was wonderful.
Very
I
nice.
have nightmares tonight.
I'm not good with words. But I think when I think back to everything that I've done since like day one with these motherfuckers, like you were there always. And you were like the only one that actually listened to me for a really long time. So, duh. Of course I got like all feelsy and stuff. And then Dench came along. God. I was so jealous. So fucking jealous. I don't think it's fair to tell you how I feel if I don't get to stay. That would be cruel. But I think you know.
Well, Amara, I love you. And I will wear the cruelty because I think it is worth it. It's worth every moment we've had, and it is every memory.
Mara's just gonna be like, not of lava, but single tear. And she's just gonna be like, I love you too. I'm sorry I didn't say it.
It's Aaron Cochran, that's why. Yeah.
Can you do that
no,
again?
I will not do that. It's that you're trying to bandage up gaping holes in his chest. And
I got you, buddy.
you kind of now realize that your initial investigation of his body reveals that his head is missing.
I thought I had him there, guys.
Tell us the things you're going to tell us.
Okay.
And maybe we'll let you live.
Yeah, if it's
Are you lying?
I'll actually laugh. Like in character.
Are your shoulders like that? Like,
It comes out exactly like that.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
You have feathers in your hand of this Pegasus.
Do we see the children?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to try and catch the children.
All right. They're moving very quickly. So what's your flying speed?
My flying speed full is 60 feet.
Okay. 60 feet. Okay. They're falling a bit faster, but you can attempt to.
It's our first kill in the campaign, 2 innocent children.
And as you get closer, you see lives. And this cage that it now looks like it is so packed with corpses, squished together. As you get a closer look, this symbol is depicting 2 companies or houses, but they are together. They're on the same bit of metal. They depict the house that your parents are working in. And they depict the symbol on the other side of House Tarot.
Oh, fuck you.
And we're gonna end that. And we're gonna end that tonight.
And that's it.
That's it, everybody. We're going to take the quickest 10-minute break.
Oh!
That
Roll the damage! I've waited this long!
So I'm rolling the damage and not fudging at all, so let's see what happens.
Oh! No!
Wrong one, another round?
Oh, jeez. They're calling for a cliffhanger.
Well, he'll roll it. And then
Oh my god, stop rolling!
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how much damage Amara gets after we come back from a 10-minute break.
I hate this game.
We'll see everybody in 10 minutes.
And I rolled a 20, 25 for stealth check.
25.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's a bad laugh.
That's bad.
It's a bad laugh. That's a wheeze.
Is that
That's an evil.
I was trying to skull water, Michele.
Welcome back, everyone.
Skull, skull, skull.
Okay. The evening passes by.
The whole evening?
No.
Oh.
Because you are...
I was gonna say, fuck!
You're awoken, Kailani, and only you. And you see a form in the night, in the darkness, just sit in a chair beside your bed. A chair that was there as you
Hot.
had... And this form...
I sit up, obviously.
Okay. This form is now about your head height as you're sitting on the bed. You don't really see too many features about this person. It is pitch black.
Can I at least make out what race they are or anything like that?
They look...
Hey, I have blindsight of 10 feet.
You do. You can see from that sight that she wears deep purple skin. You can tell by the look of her, she's drow.
Okay.
She has silvery eyes. She wears a cloak as dark as the night. She's there not to be seen.
Right.
She says,
Just don't say anything.
and she
Sit
whispers.
There and I wait.
She whispers to you immediately as you notice her. We are aware of your presence in Vedica. We are aware of your deeds there. We simply paid a small fee to others, passerbys, people not of our house, to provide information.
Why?
Because your deeds in Vedica didn't go unnoticed, were heroic in some instances. And should be noted, but weren't.
So, let me get this straight. You just... The second someone does anything mildly heroic, you pay passers-by to tell you that information about them.
House Tarani thrives on information, though not all information is heeded, nor is it then done anything about. We just so happen to be and have interests in Vedica outside of your tasks that you achieved there. Things that we cannot speak of here.
So, of all the people in Vedica that have ever done something heroic, in air quotes, why us?
It was good timing.
In line with what?
Well, we were there. We haven't been, or our interests in Vedica were only recently acquired. tasks that we were asked to do there, our presence was there. We were there at the time, and we so happened to observe your dealings.
Can I, do I feel like she's withholding anything?
Make an insight.
Vibe check. Oh. That's an 8.
Okay. You can't tell too much, no. She seems to be answering quite quickly. She seems to be confident. Her posture doesn't seem to reveal anything particularly deceptive about her. She seems to be confident and focused on you and you only. She doesn't seem to, her eyes don't seem to move from you, from yours.
So if the house thrives on information and you've done your recon, have you done any further digging? Anything I should know about my companions?
We know you've been in Vedica for some time.
Congratulations, yes. Very easily.
We
Anything I should know about them?
We know that you move around quite frequently.
And?
Normally someone who has something to hide goes from town to town to town more often than not. But that is simply our guess. Your companions, well, your newest companion we are not aware of, though, because she has recently accompanied you, she is now within our sights. We understand that your shifter friend comes from Shan and is new to the world. We don't know too much more. And your wayfarer Ivor. No, we.
Do I believe it?
After
that fun little pause?
Still with that check. There's now a little bit more reservation from her, though it's hard to tell whether she's hiding anything or whether she is attempting to deceive. It's tough to understand.
Usually, if we're just here making observations, when you know something and you don't feel like you can say it, or maybe you're trying to hide something, that little pause happens. So what is it that you know about Ivor?
It wasn't Ivor I was pausing on, it was in fact Locke. Locke comes from a race that is being shunned currently. Should he go into Korth, he will find no further friends. I'd be cautious going into Korth with Locke at your side. It was simply something I thought it would best to mention. Because once you head into Korth, I assume once your task is complete, you will find your own way to wherever it is you are seeking. But with a tiefling at your back, not many will welcome you into their doors.
I wish not to be welcomed by people that prejudice in such a way.
Well then,
fuck them kindly.
I'm simply reciting what I've seen. I respect it.
Yes, that was not necessarily directed at you. And what about Lyla?
Lyla is well known. Daughter of an archmage, one of the 12. She wishes to leave the administration. That is something that we are also aware of. She will find that task is more difficult than it seems.
Why do you say that?
Well, the people of the administration are a very protective house of knowledge. They tend to keep their members of their house, of their guild, and do away with those who wish to seek other paths. In some cases, they have more malice than House Thorani and others. It depends on her intentions. There's a chance that they might, in fact, completely wipe her memory of all knowledge about the administration and their secrets in order to safekeep that information.
Interesting. Fuck, I was gonna ask something and it is completely gone from my mind.
Well, my time is short,
No, fuck you.
and I must away. I hope that is information you've taken in stride, and you...
One more question. Since you are all so good at your recon and finding anything out that you must find out, what do you know of the prince's disappearance? Not that he is of any concern to me, nor do I really care where he is, but getting into the city and its ease, despite the offer of the use of your tunnels, would be nicer if the doors were just open.
The doors won't open for anyone.
No, that is my point. So if you know where the prince is, maybe we can get that sorted also.
We do not as well. However,
No clues whatsoever.
we are not seeking him out. We haven't been hired to seek him out, nor have we been asked to provide information about his whereabouts.
Would that not make your entire task far easier?
If we were hired to do so, yes, but we were not. We have not been sought out by the relevant authorities. They wish to do this on their own accord. That provides us with much to be curious about.
Okay, well, so you're just leaving it to be harder for yourselves to sneak everything in.
In fact, no. We use these tunnels regardless. We never go through the front door, as it were. All of these carts, all of these belongings are checked by the guards thoroughly. Korth is a city that is kept safe through the front door. Everything we do, we have to do secretly. At least those who wish to bring in and exit contraband.
Sometimes it's easier to hide in plain sight than not at all.
Sometimes.
Okay, well this has been not super useful, but thank you anyway.
Your information has been sought.
Great.
The belongings you are going to fetch have arrived.
Why
Enjoy
not take them yourselves? If you're here now, why not take it yourself?
Some of our faces in Korth are known to authorities as persons of interest.
And you don't have any means of ways to disguise yourself.
Those...
A house of secrecy and knowledge.
There are certain magics within Korth that have a means of identifying someone beneath a disguise. Again, we've thought of this, which is why we ask for you to bring in those supplies for us.
Where is this tunnel?
As you awaken, a note will be left that will guide you to the right place.
Good to know.
Good night. Sleep well. And without a sound, she leaves.
We go straight back to sleep.
Okay. And you all awaken. Lyla isn't with you. She's not in the room. So you didn't hear a door open or close.
Leftover potion.
You all wake up fully rested. All your spell slots are back.
Yay!
And you are full hit points as well. So you get that healing word spell slot back as well.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Wait, did you say long rest?
Yeah.
Long rest.
Amazing.
Doodle-doodle-doodle.
Same.
Beside each of your beds is a smaller version of a container, a chest that housed that you saw on the airship. One that you find would be a fair bit easier for one person to carry, though it's still the size of a medium-sized backpack with two handles, one on either side. Heavy-ish looking. You can see that there's a key at the foot of each chest, and inside, which the lid is open already, inside you can see potions, same as what you've already discovered. Coins beneath the potions as well, and other paperwork, sealed with wax. Lots of letters. Each one looks almost identical, though there are some pieces of parchment that have a slightly off color to others. There are a few less coins in one than the other. And the potions are varied as well. There are about 15 or so potions in each chest of different colors. As you wake up, you see this, and you also see that Lyla comes in and she's carrying a tray with some breads, some fruit, simple wares for breakfast. And she closes the door behind her and locks it with the key. And she walks in a little bit, stops, puts the tray down on the table just inside the door and watches you all as you awaken, and she says, "Who left the potions downstairs?"
Morning.
There are guards of Korth in the bar. They're investigating those who have taken such poisons and now lie dead on the ground.
Was it a blue dragonborn and a gnome? Tall gnome?
From what I could see, those are two of the victims, yes.
Well, look, technically they stole that potion off me. And then in order... You were there!
I would not speak up about this at all.
Yes, I agree.
I would slowly exit.
Through this window.
Preferably.
Maybe one of the other windows.
No, it's fine.
I wiped the window.
No.
I'm not sure if our benefactors are expecting these potions to accompany us, but we are a fair few short now. Once the few that were drunk were identified to be what they are, the others disappeared. I'm not sure where they went.
Wait, so it killed them? They're dead.
That was fast.
Just saying, I was fine. Weak.
I'm not sure which potions were taken, perhaps not yours.
Mm.
There were different colors, see.
Maybe you got the weak potion.
Maybe.
So, should we take what we need and leave?
Is there a note with directions?
There is. So you notice that at the foot of each of your beds is a note, though Rin, you're not quite sure what yours makes out to be.
I guess I'm absolved of this too.
Yes, you're innocent.
You know that Korth is a city. Because this note also has a fairly detailed map of the city from a bird's eye view. You're east of the city at the moment, and also a bit north of where a main road out from one of the main gates comes out from. You're between the east and the northern gates, essentially. Korth, or your particular secret tunnel, seems to be positioned with an X where one of the massive towers sticks out from the rest between the east and the northern gates. And you notice it's triangular looking in shape, and it juts out more than the other towers do. So you notice that there's an X there. And looking at the distance, that is one of the closer towers to you. You're probably about still about a kilometer away. So you'd have to go around a little bit, around some forest.
Should anyone be interested, the following I was made aware of. You're in the clear. They don't know much about you at all. Really, anything.
Same.
Nice.
They know that you are new to this world and that you're a shifter.
Award to the investigators on that one.
They don't know much about you, which I find rather surprising.
There's nothing to know. I'm Ivor the Wayfarer. Everyone knows the Wayfarers.
Yes, Ivor the Wayfarer with access to a magical corridor that goes on for forever, that just appears in the sky.
I told you, a turtle gave me that.
Yes, and you've killed many people.
Yeah, in the course of delivering letters. I've been very open about
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying it's suspicious. They have told us that Locke may be in trouble in Korth because people are shit and still like to prejudice against specific races, one of which being Locke's. Lyla, you have likely the most troubling information, and that is not necessarily what they know about you, but just that leaving the administration is quite difficult, and your mind may be wiped of all information you've ever learned from the administration, should you choose to actually leave.
Let us see if that information is true first. I'm not one to trust a stranger.
That's fine. They're just saying they're quite protective of the information learned at the administration.
Which kind of makes sense.
Which does, in fact, make sense.
Do you know of a spell of put my memories in a jar for later?
I'd love it if there was a spell like
have a
that,
jar.
Ivor. Thank you. It's half done. I appreciate it.
The jar's half done?
Same.
The spell is half done. Unfortunately, I don't believe there is. Well, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it's called the diary.
Yeah, you could write it all down.
That's true.
And then
You could.
we could hold on to that, maybe.
Then 10 years down the line, we all reunite.
You
Bury
won't
it
write down
with
the
the
real stuff in the
coins.
diary. Most people don't.
Oh, but then if they take her memory, she'll forget where she put the diary.
Well, she'll forget all the weird shit that she doesn't want to write down in case we read about it. You know what I'm talking
Keep
about.
2 journals then. One of weird shit, and one of fact.
What if she finds them both post-memory? And she's like, which of these is the real? It's the one with the weird.
No, if you want to write whatever down, I won't be able to read it.
Yeah, he can hold it.
Locke is teaching you how to read. I don't think that's fair.
Well, it's not like I'm going to learn how to read in like 10 minutes.
No, I'm just
Plus,
saying.
Locke's
That's a
been
lot of
awfully
writing for
quiet.
10
I don't know if he's upset with me.
I've already started a diary of my comings and goings in the administration. So
Dear diary. That cannoli.
Mood, apathetic. Also, Kirinoli, hot.
Butterfly drawing, love heart.
Lyla Kirinoli forever with a 4.
Does that have a lock on it?
No, but I can magically seal it.
How long have you
But
been
what if
keeping a
they
journal?
erase your ability to unmagically seal it?
There's a risk.
How long have you been keeping a journal?
Oh, years now.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you don't write down everything in it.
Most likely not.
Yeah. No, I mean, you remember. What memory hasn't been wiped yet? What do you mean most likely not?
Well, of course,
down fucking
Ivor. There are certain things I wish to keep to myself.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You're not planning to read. You're not planning to share this journal with anyone.
Ivor, I'm not writing a diary of weird shit for you to read.
No, I'm just saying it's entirely private. And yet
I don't know
there
what
are.
fetishes you've got.
No, I'm not, it's not fetishes. There's the innermost thought. Your average person's not going to put that down. Trust me, letters are my thing.
Hey, can you
I do.
do a timed delivery? Like if someone was like, I would like this to be delivered like this date.
Yeah, I could do that.
Well, I mean, you could deliver it to him to deliver to you in like, I don't know, 2 months or something.
He opens letters.
No, he doesn't.
No, you remember we went through that whole thing.
Never open the letters.
Anyway,
See, this
moving.
is why you don't open the letters, because then people can trust them.
She takes out of her backpack a book that she opens up and it appears blank. And she takes a quill and she starts to write. And she looks at you every now and again as she's packing and half writing in this diary. And she continues to write as you continue this conversation.
Yeah.
So, reading the note. Does mine? So we each of us got an individual note. Ah, thank you.
That's my diary.
Hey, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And the note indicates the entry of the tunnel.
Correct.
Does quick. Does everyone's same tunnel entrance on everyone's note?
Yes.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm holding mine upside down. No. Yeah. Thanks.
Probably would have left all my shit back at the room.
Are we not still in the room?
Still in the room.
I was still in the room?
Yep.
I'm planning on leaving my shit in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, it'll look less sus, I guess. How are we gonna leave if the guards are downstairs?
Go through your poop window.
Guy, it was the ship was the only. I don't do that always.
Ooh.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Usually there's a forest I can go out into.
Mark it with a flag.
So, are we trying to sneak past with all this stuff?
Lyla says, well, we do need to somehow get these chests full of contraband and
We do
move
not
them
have to.
past.
It is an option.
Well, of course, we can try and go through the front gate without these. But if we leave the chests here and they are discovered, it won't be long before the guards want to question the people in the rooms. They'll find this and perhaps link our stay with what we see here. Alternatively, we simply try and go through the front door or go through the secret tunnels without the contraband. We can force our way through.
Oh yeah, let's kill all these guards downstairs.
No, I mean the secret tunnel people, if there were any there.
Kill everyone.
I was being sarcastic.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, grab out all the potions.
Yeah. Well, do they know what the poisons look like?
Well, as far as I overheard, yes, because they were left on the table.
I only gave them one.
I simply heard them say that there were potions on the table.
Yeah, I left like 86 on the table.
Yeah.
I wasn't the last to leave, so I'm not responsible.
I left before.
Yes, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's what I learned recently.
Well,
No, it's just if you take something, it is yours. And you took 86 potions, so
yeah,
they
then
are
I
yours.
left them, so they're not mine.
well, we'll all have to come to terms with this in our own time. As I look out the window, how hard does it look to climb out this window? And are there guards sussing it out?
No, there don't seem to be any guards, and as well as that,
Yeah.
the brick that is on the outside of this part of the inn looks actually quite rough, and it seems like you could find bearing enough to climb down.
How far down is it?
It's 4 stories.
I'll get 50 feet of
Sorry,
rope
do that instead of
and I'll throw it out. Does it hit the ground?
wanna
Yep.
keep
Okay,
that
sweet.
one.
Yeah, I guess
I have.
Yeah,
I can hide us.
nice. I start pulling the rope back up. I was not confident that I could make this.
I can.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I am going to do this thing called Pass Without Trace, if I can.
Nice.
If I'm allowed.
Lyla says that is
Yeah.
a great idea.
So basically, like, if you stand near me, it's like shadowy and silent around me. Actually, I think you do need to hang on. So I'm gonna read this out.
30 feet.
Yeah. So a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, how long is it? Concentration up to an hour. Okay. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a 10+ bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
Okay.
That sounds much better than scaling this wall.
Oh, wait, it has components. Does that mean I need those to...
You have a...
I do.
Component pouch.
I do.
Yeah. So for the purposes
So we're
of
fine?
that, you would have collected them.
So the ashes from a burned leaf of mistletoe. And a sprig of... Oh, where was that mistletoe earlier? Yeah, okay, so I can cast a spell that hides us if we need to, if that's what we want to do instead of you climbing out the poop window.
Lyla says, if we're still climbing out, we'd still possibly need that rope, however.
Yeah, we could still climb out and just be hidden as we do.
Throw the rope back out the window.
I look down at like my
Holding onto the other end of it.
rope. Is that smart this time? Because I don't want anyone else's arms to break.
Just, when you
Sorry, Lyla.
come down the rope, just simply one hand after the other as you climb down.
Okay.
Why would they just drink the potions?
You drank the potions.
You quite literally just drank the potion.
Yeah, but 50% of the time, it works out really well. For me.
Lyla says,
Right.
please cast a spell and let us get on with this.
Okay. I don't know how to.
Okay. You're casting it?
Yep,
All
done.
right. As you cast the spell, you suddenly understand
We all get like a
plus 10 to your
our
stealth checks. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
all of a sudden, you find that your feet don't make noise along the ground. Where wood on the ground would normally creak, it doesn't. You're lighter on your feet, and your shadows disappear, and your shadows are no longer visible. You find yourselves almost mouse-like in stealth. Make stealth checks if you'd like, as you
Fuck yeah.
and add 10 to your rolls.
Is there any way you can put plus 10, or do you just have to remember that?
No, you just have to remember it.
Is that a d20 for a stealth? Yes.
So add your skill bonus as well as the plus 10.
14 plus 10 is 24. Shut up, guys. Plus
Well, like how you said shut up and none of us said a thing.
24 plus 2, 26.
Jeez. 20.
Also 20.
38.
Nice.
We're all sneaky.
You don't see Rin anymore.
You're invisible.
Rin is gone. There we go. Yep.
That
So
is
there and then there. That's fine. And
Yeah, I got a
then
plus 9 and then
there.
10.
And lastly,
I don't know why, but I thought the time doctor said stealth's out of shoey.
Shuey. So
I was like,
you.
no.
No. What are you doing with the chests?
How heavy are they?
They're not very heavy.
How many
They're
are there?
How big are
One
they?
each, and they're probably about a medium backpack size.
I mean, I'll just empty space out of my backpack and kind of put it in there.
Okay.
If I can.
Yep.
Carry one also.
Okay.
Same.
Same. All right.
I'll put it in the backpack though, so I'm not just carrying a chest.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
just carry the chest.
Carry the chest. Okay.
Oh, I shall also put it in the
Yeah, okay,
backpack.
cool.
Yeah, I forgot we were going out the window.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm already clumsy enough on the rope. I don't need that.
With a 38, can I throw it out the window and have
And
it
catch
not
it
make
on your way
noise?
down. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So as you all put the most of you put the contraband into your backpacks and leave the chests in the room. You've eaten. You take a small
Pocket
bite out of the breakfast,
I will take a pocket egg.
and you climb out of the window. If you're the chest itself doesn't have your stealth, I'm sorry to say, Rin. However, if you're climbing out, you'll be fine. Each of you makes it down the rope. You do notice that a Korth guard seems to be hanging around on one of the corners of the inn, but doesn't notice you as you move away towards the walls of Korth. As you sneakily glide through the fields, you start to become parallel with the wall as you are another 60 to 70 meters away from it. Still within the high grass and the high fields and the trees, moving through them, not on the main thoroughfare, so to not make yourselves too known. You don't see too many people around you. It's still quite early in the morning, just after dawn. It's a clear day and a cold one, though no snow falls, and no snow fell overnight. But it is crisp. As you move through these fields, you get, all of a sudden, as you continue to look at your maps, you notice the tower that you are heading towards. It's just like the rest of them, but it does stick out a bit more than the others. But there's no sign yet from this distance of a secret tunnel. In fact, in front of you, just between you and the tower itself, there's both a moat and a set of houses that appear as you make your way through this brush. These houses are dotted around. There seems to be a fairly large one, and then about maybe 3 or 4 little barns, and another 2 smaller houses beside, sort of jutting here and there, with a path that leads through them. A couple of fields beyond, there are chickens that dance and glide.
Dancing chickens.
Yeah, dancing. Gliding around. And you notice that around here as well, there seems to be
Saw it happen on the stream.
what look to be a few other Dragonborn that seems to be looking for things, looking for something. They appear to be quite well dressed for Dragonborn. One of them, though, looks like he's a little gruff, and he holds a large wooden warhammer. Another one looks, and he's a bit quite deep red in scales. Another's quite a white-scaled Dragonborn that wears a heavy grey cloak. And there seems to be a golden one as well that seems to have a sort of a leathery cloak around him as well. They seem to be just looking into doors. The large red one seems to have kicked a door in front of you, though none of them notice you, and they just seem to be looking within as well. The houses do appear not to have anyone in them, though.
Do you think they're hunting for the prince or for us?
Maybe the prince?
I hope it's the prince.
Maybe both?
You see a couple of horses as well in the barn close to the main house.
Not unicorns.
No, they're just mares.
Pawns.
A couple of mares.
Gets excited for a second, realizes they're normal horses. Okay.
As you go through some of these as well, along the path towards these homes, which seem to be a few dotted around between you and the tower, the golden scaled one looks around and does in fact notice you coming through the trees. And he wears a grin about him, and he steps forward. Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
By chance, would you have seen in your passing by, kind citizens, well, there appears to be, we're just missing something that we needed to collect before we traveled within Korth, or at least attempted to. Have you seen a small box, gold in appearance, in your travels?
Genuinely no. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
It's just something that we've misplaced. It's an egg, if you must know. It's an egg that's quite valuable, in fact. And we just, unfortunately, during this, the last couple of days, we've misplaced it, unfortunately. So we're just trying to understand where it's gone. Well, what are you doing at this part of the walls?
Poaching.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
May I ask what? Doing some hunting?
Yeah.
Of?
Literally anything that moves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Please abide the chickens and the horses, they're ours, and if you, as to not mind not poaching them, that would be very kind of you.
Now that you've informed us, we won't.
Thank you very much. Don't mind my companions, they're just looking within our homes to see if we could find anything.
Okay, your homes, you said?
Yes.
Can't help but notice you lost the key, have you?
Unfortunately, look, we Dragonborn are not the most subtle of beings, and we simply, the key was lost as well. It's unfortunate, but it's just happenstance.
That's how it goes.
It does.
Oh well.
Good travels
Safe
to you
travels
then.
to you.
Thank you. And what are you doing? As the red one, the red-skinned Dragonborn disappears into the home that he kicked the door in. The one with the white scales looks a bit warily at you, and the one with the golden scales also turns around and starts to look behind bushes and look within another barn.
I think they're doing crime. Like us.
Lyla says,
Okay.
I don't know what this is, but I would agree. They look dangerous. We should leave them be.
Yeah.
Shall we? Well,
Does anyone feel obligated to protect the possessions of these farmers as we go past?
Not particularly.
A little, but
Would you like us to?
Are there any people around, or is it just the...
Make a perception check
Is
as
there
you...
screaming coming from inside the house?
Anyone who wants to can make a perception
Yeah,
check
I'm
as
gonna-
you
More listen
Shit,
than
please,
look.
someone else make a perception check.
walk through
Don't worry
this.
about it. That's a natural one.
That's a 6 minus 2. That's a 4.
That is a 13.
Okay.
5, 4, yeah.
You both don't notice, Annalise or Ivor, the anything untoward apart from that crash of a door being kicked inward, which is a bit odd for Dragonborn to own this small farmstead. Kailani, as you walk past one of the homes, you do notice that just within the door on the right, there does seem to be a pool of blood on the ground. And the door has also been kicked open on this home as you walk past it. That's what you notice. You do get this waft of iron as well as you walk past this
I
home
assume
too.
you mean blood iron and not that of her.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, I should be taking those.
Deep sigh. There are dead people all through the houses.
Oh, they're doing super serious.
Or like super injured.
So maybe we should help in case they're
What,
alive.
kill more people?
No.
Oh, right.
Save the dying people.
Can you cast that little illusion spell that you do?
Yeah, what do you want? Like, I have to
say-
stay within 30 feet of it though.
Let's say a little gold box that contains an egg.
But I have to stay within 30 feet of it.
Okay, so what you do is you cast it and you say, oh my gosh, there is the box over there. And while they all swarm for this box, we just go and make sure these people are in fact dead, and if they're not, we can just help them out.
How
So
many?
I will distract them over here, and the three of you will be over there.
I assume Lyla will be helping also, and Locke, so...
The five of you will be over there.
And you will be pointing at a box.
Gotcha.
How many houses?
For a... Yeah, how many houses?
How many houses are there?
Yeah.
That I've,
around.
detected.
Oh, just the one so far.
Just the one. Just the one house.
You don't want to check the others?
I haven't heard or seen anything from those. But what might back up your story is if you have anything shiny in your inventory, you can just blame the trick of the light if it's not in fact. They get there and they're like, that's not a box. At least there's something then shiny on the ground that is gold, and you could be like, oh, my aged eyesight.
Okay, dokes.
It will go fine.
Yeah.
It'll be great. We're super sneaky right now.
Okay. How far away are we from these houses?
You've just passed the first of this couple of homes that are in this little farmstead area. So there's about 6 or so small homes, and then accompanying accompanying that is a store, what looks to be a storehouse, and a little barn for the horses.
That actually may not be a bad idea. You could just envision Farizo here again. And he could be standing there watching them do crime and shaking his finger disapprovingly.
No, from what I know of Dragonborn, they don't give a shit about Farizo.
Okay, well then, pick one of the 12 that they do care about. Fuck.
No, I like the box idea. We just got to delay them a little bit. We're standing near trees, right?
There's more bushes, shrubs, and fields rather than trees. There is a grove of citrus trees, yes.
Oh, so how tall is the roof of that barn?
The barn roof? The barn roof is about 12 feet high.
Oh, okay. So then I will cast. You guys probably should hide hide a bit.
Lyla says, are we going to see about...
We're gonna go check on the person that may be dead or alive.
Well, they're not looking, so let's go now.
Yes, okay, let's go.
Do you want me to...
Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
Then I shall remain here to distract them and draw them out untoward me.
Well, you will suffer all of the consequences.
I'll be fine. I'm going to cast Silent Image at first level. There you go. And on the roof of the barn, I will create the image within a 15-foot area of a red dragonborn with a whole bunch of arrows sticking out of him, and then clasped in one hand is, well, kind of half covered by a cloak, but you can see just a bit of it, is a glint of a gold chest. up on the roof there.
Fucking hell.
So it's going to take a while for him to get up on the roof there.
It's okay, we're already gone.
Yeah, and I'll call out. I go, excuse me, my fine-scaled friends, Dragonborn folk, fellows.
The golden scaled one steps out of that house he was recently in. From afar, he says, "Yes, what? Ah."
Found your box.
Huh. He starts moving towards it.
Guys, just...
As the Dragonborn moves towards it, you hear the announcement that Ivor makes. Yourself, the rest of you are in this home. And you walked in, unbeknownst to the rest of the Dragonborn, and you notice on the floor, to the right of the door, that swings inward, is a body. It is of what looks to be a human, and he looked in his 40s. There are great gashes that are in his chest that appear to be made by claw marks.
Yeah.
His head also unrecognizable as it's caved in, by some sort of
That
blunt
answers the next
force.
question I was about to ask.
How is he?
He's dead. But you don't recognize anything other than that he was human. No other. Go on.
Any signs of like or sounds of movement in the house that could signify other people in here?
You can make an either investigation or perception check if you'd like. It is.
Can I also do that?
Yep, it's a double-storied home that you're going into, but there is sort of it's 1.5 stories. It's a loft above and stairs that lead up to it.
Investigation or
Perception, one
What's
of the two.
better?
It's up to you which one you decide to use.
you can also check your modifiers.
Yeah, so modifiers are.
+2 and -2.
Yeah, so go for the investigation.
Oh, I'm having such bad luck.
Put it in the jail.
That's 6.
Use the other one.
Yeah, that's 6 for my what check was that again? Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an 18 for perception.
An 18. Lyla is keeping an eye on the body and the door. What are you doing in this point, Rin?
Probably just hanging out with Ivor.
Oh, so you're with Ivor at the point at the moment? Sure.
Thank you, my friend.
So you both watch as the Dragonborn. You can see underneath this massive leather cloak, he unfurls it and wings sprout out.
What? I didn't know you could do that.
The Dragonborn looks a little curiously towards you and he says, "These are not mine. They are magically imbued."
Just cut off some of the guy's wings.
You notice that the wings are almost translucent, but there's a glow to them, as though they are magically enforced. As he seems to still be able to control them, though, as he he flaps them once and he rises above the ground.
As I can control the illusion,
Yeah.
I'll hold it until he gets close, and then I'll kind of.
That echoed.
As he's going to land, I'll have it kind of slide. The body slide slowly down the roof. And
The opposite way?
The opposite way, and then kind of go. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try to get it to fall out of sight.
Yep.
And I'll get him to go. I'll go with my mouth and go. Boom.
Okay. All right. As that action is happening and you see the body start to slide down as he's starting to really wanting to get to that point, you go on.
If I've got the time.
Yeah.
Can I cast a spell again? Because I'd like to create on the other side of this barn a well for that body to have fallen into.
I see what you mean.
Wouldn't you just be changing the illusion?
It's a changing of the illusion, but it is essentially... Is it a cantrip?
I think I have to cast it again. It's a spell, so
yeah.
it's a spell slot.
I see what you mean. Yeah. It will... Can you roll an initiative check for me, please?
All right. 9.
Okay.
Okay.
As you
Yikes.
attempt to disengage that spell and recast a new one, the length of time it takes for you to do that, you notice that before you cast the new spell, you have a fair feeling that with the speed that this Dragonborn is going, he'll get there before you can cast it. So the body is still on the ground.
In that case, then, I'll start sidling off towards the chickens.
Okay. As you start to slide off across, you go out of the sight of this Dragonborn as you are still rummaging through and trying to understand who else might be here or what else is here. You notice, Annalise, that there's a bed. There are some chairs that surround a fireplace. The loft has another bed, a single bed above it. So there seems to maybe have been a small family that might have been living here.
Oh.
The beds are, or everything is overturned. The bed is on its side, broken. The bed above is the same. The sheets have been riled away. Someone has been looking in for something in this building. Drawers are moved away. The floor is smashed in certain places, as though people are looking for secret compartments. There's just dishevelry everywhere, but you don't notice anything particularly unique about this place. What'd you get?
18.
18. As you look a little bit beyond, as Lyla still is concentrating on this body, you notice that the fireplace hasn't been touched, but you notice that within the fire that's still burning, has embers, there does seem to be something else just behind the fire.
I'm gonna grab it if I can.
Okay. The embers are still burning brightly and hot.
Yeah, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just fuck you, Michele. Why do I have that? Nah, I'm just going in.
Okay.
I'll spit on my hand.
You don't want to see if there's any.
Put some moisture on it.
Oh my god.
Should work.
Yeah. So just try and so it's not just bare skin, it's got a little bit of moisture on it.
All right.
Steam burn it off first.
Quick.
Grab something
Yeah.
real quick. I will
Make a
also
dexterity check, please, to see how quick you are in.
try not to cry.
Yeah.
Grab this fire.
How big is the fire?
It's about 3 foot wide.
Would Druidcraft be able to snuff it out?
It could absolutely lessen it. You get advantage on your dexterity check.
Unless
Hey.
somebody wants to. Okay, before you.
I'm like
No. What are you doing?
gonna put my hand in there. We don't have
Why?
much time. Quick.
I can make it smaller
I'll be standing outside.
Okay, good.
so that you. And do you not want to?
Unscrewing
Is there
my
no
water
water
skin,
around?
a
Can you not
common
just?
adventuring item,
No.
and having a swim.
Go.
Okay. Well,
No,
shit.
fine.
Now we're on a time frame.
I think it's instantaneous.
You instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Cool.
Is it the size of a small campfire or is
A
it
bit
bigger?
bigger than that.
That's cool. Just
So you
make
can
it
lessen it.
smaller.
Okay.
It's a cantrip, so you can cast it as many times as you like.
There you go.
All right. As you cast that spell,
Oh,
you.
fuck off, Michele.
No. What? I didn't start talking yet.
No, I'm just saying that with my roll. My roll is so bad, it's your fault.
He's just like. Sorry.
So, as you cast Druidcraft, you see the embers of red and orange cease to be as warm to the touch, and it does absolutely help. What did you get?
10.
Okay. So as you quickly,
Yeah.
with advantage,
Yeah.
as you quickly rush in and try and
5 and a
grab
9.
this item, it's heavy.
Great. I'm
And
strong.
metallic in look and round, and you heave it out of the
Straight
fire.
into the backpack.
Okay. As you take a quick glance at it, you take 7 points of fire damage as your hands burn and sizzle with pain, and you look down and you see blackened skin.
I just, as I'm putting that in, I pull out a potion of healing, and I just...
Okay. You can make yourself your healing check.
I will.
As that happens,
Stick.
You got a stick.
you see that this is
Congratulations.
I'm almost fully healed.
Cool.
Minus 1 point.
Beautiful. This is an egg. It is a sky or a sapphire sky blue with tinges.
Not even looking at it. It's going
That's
straight
right.
in.
You glanced at it and that's what you saw.
Pocket egg.
You don't want to look at it?
Not right now. Let's get out.
And Lise, you notice this as well. It's bejeweled. It is sparkling like the night sky, and even brighter. It had encrusted in it essentially sapphires, emeralds within the shell itself, the size of an ostrich egg or so. It's beautiful, and you see that pocketed. Oh, put it in the bag. At that moment, you hear this growl come from outside, and this dragon says, "What happened to the body? Dwarf!
I think we should leave.
Dwarf!" And he looks at you now, Rin. "Where's your friend?"
I'm not the dwarf. Don't call me a dwarf. You're a dwarf.
"Where's your dwarven friend?"
I don't know. Is he here?
He strides towards you now, and he gets very close to you, Rin, and he says, "Now, why all this deceit?"
I'm clearly trying to make a point here by doing absolutely nothing, so I can't be blamed at all for the stupid shit that's probably about to happen. And you're approaching me? You're making this very difficult to make my point.
While this is all happening, I assume the Dragonborn has moved away from the back of that house that we are currently in.
Oh yeah, he's way away. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So while I'm still within 30 feet of this one with Pass Without a Trace applied, I'm going to point towards, is there like a window that is at the rear of this home?
No windows in this home.
This house has no fucking window?
The loft actually has a window.
What, upstairs?
Yep,
So we go up to jump out.
basically.
Is there a back door?
Yeah, is there a
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna...
She's like,
Fucking hell.
let's climb up. But
the
I'm just
back-
standing by the back door, just, hey.
out there. And then just sneaky off.
Okay.
And hopefully around this
Are
interaction...
you just dragging me along? So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, amazing.
As you exit the back door, you notice Ivor is sneaking in the same sort of direction towards the chickens who are moving around the barn. Only now Rin seems to be someone you don't understand where he is.
Uh-oh.
And the Dragonborn again stares you down and says, "I would call your friends back. They have some answering to do." I'm not.
You just see us all in the background like...
I'm not blaming you, Fred.
We're behind the Dragonborn, just sneaking past.
But I think something is afoot here, and I think your friends are hiding something. Let's just all be honest with ourselves, shall we? Call them over. Let's just work this out. No need to cast silly illusions or deceit. We're all friends here. And he smiles, and as he smiles, these jagged teeth form menacingly.
I'm doing my best to not be involved in anything, so I'm going to walk away. And whatever happens next is on you. And I'll turn around and start walking towards the tower that we were originally going to.
It's in the direction you were facing, so you want to go in that direction, past the Dragonborn.
Awkward shuffle. Get out the way. I'll try and walk past him.
You can see that behind him and in the direction you're going, the white-scaled Dragonborn has stepped out of the home and has walked towards this interaction, and he's also just standing. And you try and it's him that you can't seem to walk past. His large form just almost shoulder checks you and stops you in your tracks. And he gruffly takes two hands and he just pushes. And you are you doing anything about it, or are you gonna take it?
I guess I'll try to step out of the way, flip out of the way, whatever.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Does a backflip? Do a backflip.
We're in the background like,
I will do a
yeah.
backflip. Class feature as well. Alright, so 21.
21, okay. You
off an 8.
You nimbly step out of the way as the Dragonborn
Flip
still looks
out of the way.
Yes. as the Dragonborn looks towards the space you were in for another second longer and then notices you're not there anymore, he looks over and he gives a smile and he says, "Oh, a bit of fun, hey?"
It's hot.
And you see now
Roll
that... You see now that the red-skinned or the red-scaled Dragonborn with the two-handed hammer steps out of the house that he bashed in and looks over in a bit of more of a feral-looking smile.
Still annoyed.
Given the situation, can I
Red flags.
shift into his bestial form?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Hot.
Go on.
Leave me alone. I'm not even doing anything. And then I'll be ready to do something if they approach.
Okay. With that in mind, the small transformation that you produce does now keep them in check. And the gold-scaled Dragonborn just almost thinks for a moment and says, heard. Shifters. Very violent creatures. Very violent, are you? We're all here just trying to have a friendly chat about finding what I've lost. And here you are, with your friends. I know you haven't done anything. I get it. You're just in this awkward position where you're traveling with them. You're the good one. You've done nothing wrong with your life. And then they come in.
Mid-conversation, double dash.
Whoa!
Which, in my shifted form, my base movement will be
a lot.
50 feet.
Okay.
With the double dash, I'm going to move 150 feet.
Okay. All right, and which direction are you going?
Towards the tower that we were originally heading to, I guess. You said it's behind the buildings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll just be running to break line of sight with these dum-dums.
All right. You race away, and in mid-conversation you are gone. And in that moment, you don't hear anything but an echo almost, or just a low tone in the distance as a wind now starts to pick up a little around you. You see the tower in front of you, and you notice that there's the moat now between you and the tower, but the moat is in this particular part of the...
Doggy paddle.
This particular part of the wall. It's more like a marsh than an actual moat. It seems like it's a little bit dirtier, but a bit more shallow. So you could possibly wade through it and be on the other side, but it's still slow going. It's still another 40 feet wide.
Do I see any of them?
They don't seem to appear to be pursuing, no.
Is there somewhere nearby where I could duck out of sight? Hide behind a bush? I don't know.
Yeah,
balcony,
there
tree.
is sort of long grass that is growing along the bank of the moat, which you can possibly try and hide in.
I guess I would do that. Just try hide where I could keep visual on the pace I knew we were headed.
Yeah, sure. You can make yourself another stealth check, please.
Can we all, while this is now happening, be stealthy-stealthen
Yes.
in the direction of the tower?
If you'd like, you can. So you still see the tower in front of you. You all now hear the Dragonborn. What'd you get?
20.
20? Yeah. You hide in the reeds.
Hell yeah.
And you see both the homes and the tower right behind you. A massive rock piece. And you also notice guards at the very top, but they don't seem to notice you patrolling. You hear this Dragonborn growl out, "Come on. Don't stealthily walk away.
I will
Don't."
be. I will absolutely be doing that. I feel like we also have a head start because they were talking to this guy for the time being.
Yeah, so for the purposes of that...
We still have Pass Without a Trace up.
So you feel like the best way around, you can go sort of around the outside of the farmstead.
Just like two trailer park girls.
So at the moment, yeah, at the moment you're essentially at the barn with the
So
chickens.
disappointed.
And you, Ivor, are just in front of them, on the corner of one of the largest houses.
Stealth,
So you do
stealth
see,
check?
yeah, another stealth check for each of you.
Oh, that's nicer.
Hey.
Stealth.
We have to be within 30 feet.
Yeah.
For past that, so I wouldn't get that.
No, we're with you now.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Thank
We
God.
don't need to add. Do we add 10 still?
Yeah.
Yep. What'd you
Wait.
get?
22.
Mm-hmm.
31.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been real bad if I wasn't.
Plus 10. Sorry, my brain is actually not doing.
So good.
Hang on. 19, 20, 21, plus 10, 31.
Same.
Amazing.
Honestly, that was so freaking hard for me. It's fine. We're good.
So as
I really
you,
can't count.
you're fine. So as you
Mood.
stealthily look towards the center of this farmstead, where you do notice that the Dragonborn just seem to be standing in a triangular shape, all evenly apart from each other, just looking around. There just doesn't seem to be any more action that they're taking, apart from this golden scaled one that is calling out. And by then, you're sneakily on the corner of this home. You're still a fair way away from the edge of this farmstead, but so far so good.
Yeah.
The golden scaled dragonborn still yells, and he says, "Your friend, the furry one."
Whoa.
He might be
We don't
talking
kink
about
shame
me.
here.
We have him under our care. If you should leave,
Fuck that. We saw this, surely. Did we see him run away?
he was very quick. No, you did not. There are houses in the way here.
That's smart. That's a good move.
If you
Can I insight check it?
you can, and you do see them. So yeah, go
Just
for it.
even from the tone of his
Yeah,
voice.
sure.
This motherfucker lying. That's 21.
At 21, yeah. You don't see Rin anywhere, so you don't feel like that this is real.
You know, whisper very fucking quietly. He's lying. He's lying. Keep going.
Are you sure you're not just saying that because you're mad at him?
Keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
As
sneak
you
on.
sneak around, you go another 30 feet, and you're all again together. And it seems like that tact hasn't worked. The Dragonborn yells,
Good.
"We just want what we are searching for."
No. Sneak. See you later. Do not engage.
How far away are they?
You gauge that they're about 60 feet away, behind the house now, behind the main house.
How far away is the tower?
Still another couple of 100 feet.
Okay. I'm going to point towards them and use the message cantrip, try to talk to him. I'll be like, "Hey, you alive?"
You're pointing towards them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're
I'm pointing towards the Dragonborn. And I'm
Which is,
using the
you have to
message
point
cantrip.
at the subject that you're speaking.
I'm saying, "Hey, are you still alive?"
and which Dragonborn are you aiming this at?
I'm trying to get him.
Oh, sure. Make a perception check because you have to see who you're messaging. Yes.
Yes.
No.
Got it. You don't have.
No, I know. I just have to point at them. That's to be within 120 feet.
Have to point in the
the
direction
direction
of
of-
where they
Oh,
are.
sure.
So
Okay,
I think
okay.
the intention being they said, "Hey, he's over
Yes,
here."
yes. Okay, so
And
you
it won't
don't
work
get a response.
theoretically.
Yeah, you don't get a response.
He's either dead or he escaped.
He's definitely not with them, based on the tone of voice that terrible liar.
Yeah,
Absolutely terrible.
let's go.
All right.
Sneaky eat.
Okay. And for the purposes of this, I'll probably get you all to do one more, as you are being very, very slow going, but you're doing very well with your stealth.
26.
26.
26.
Nice.
Hey!
If I'm right. 14 plus 2 plus 10.
Yeah.
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 Getting better. Good.
It is actually
Same,
just calculus.
literally.
Fun
Literally
fact.
exact same.
I got 13 plus 3 plus 10.
Dyslexia, but with numbers.
Love it. All right. You make your way around a quite a large tree, and the Dragonborn don't seem to, though they're looking around, they don't seem to understand that you are almost in plain sight. And between homes, you are moving within shrubs that are quite tall, and you very slowly, very quietly make your way around the last home, a small one, a small hut, and you pass by the scene. And you are making your way towards the tower now.
When we get a bit nearer the tower, I would start using that message cantrip, just to kind of like,
Okay.
hey,
Rin.
Rin, where are you?
Yep. And you do get it.
Yeah, I'm just in the reeds.
Oh, nice. He's in those reeds over there.
I told you, he's fine.
Yeah, awesome.
Locke and Lyla are with
He
you
never
as
plays out like that. Nice.
Yes, that was quite impressive of everyone, of all of us.
Hell yeah.
We did very well.
Lyla says, "Thank you for the magic."
Good spotting of the door. I didn't see that. I was going to walk up and jump out. Oh,
That's,
yes.
it was right there.
Yeah. Plain sight.
So looking at the moat and the marsh.
Sorry,
it looks,
God was just like, nah, enough of this.
It seems as though you do need to wade through the muck to get to the other side.
Pretty dress is gonna get.
Why don't you just change?
I can't change out here in the middle of the open with everyone.
I'd turn around.
I can hold up a cloak.
Fine.
Pull out a cloak and hold it up, because I have it in my inventory,
Okay, sure.
so that no one can see her change.
Change and then.
What
Sadly.
do you have another pair of clothes?
Yeah, I was wearing the other clothes before. wasn't
Yeah,
I?
cool. Okay.
I can't remember what they were. Normal clothes.
Basic bitch
Basic
clothes.
bitch clothes. I've just been in a cell for 3 days clothes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Would they just be like adventurers clothes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I'll change back into those and sadly shove my pretty dress in my backpack.
Okay.
Like not nicely folded though. Just like
hard hat.
Nice.
While that's happening, another few minutes pass.
Oh.
Dragonborns just appear.
Okay.
We found you.
As long as I'm not naked when they see us.
You're still in the reeds, but you're not in the water yet. You decided to change before traversing the water. So far, it seems like no one does notice you. No, not within this time it took to change. Though quick, you come to understand that the Dragonborn have lost interest, it seems. And you change and you going across the water?
Lyla, can you just double check that maybe there is nothing magical cloaking this moat?
Have you already crossed?
If you've all rocked up.
That's in character. I'm messaging you. I'm like, are you on the other side of this river?
Yeah, just standing next to you. No, I'm right here.
Hey.
Well, I guess beastie looking. Although that only lasts for a minute, so maybe not.
That has passed. So you know you're all on the opposite side of where you're supposed to be.
So what happened?
Yeah, did you save anyone?
There was no one to save.
Oh.
He was very, very hurt and dead.
Yeah.
His head was very much caved in. Like,
Ugh.
literally, like someone had beat the shit out of him.
What about the other houses?
I didn't smell any blood from the other houses.
Fair.
What if there were people hiding in the other houses?
Would you like to go back and check?
No.
We could check on the way out.
Why are your hands burnt?
They're not. I healed them.
What's that crispy smell?
A snack.
Nice. Same.
Right.
Any magic around here?
Lyla closes her eyes and mutters under her breath, and you can see that the water shimmers, and a silvery light is formed atop the water and beneath it. And as though it's then, for an instant, made of glass, the magic subsides, and she says, I don't feel any protective magics along the water, no. But I do see, and she points, and you notice that at the foot of, just beyond the tower's cylindrical part, you notice that there's a part of the stone, or part of the stone that's been almost moved aside. And you notice that within these tall reeds, within the long grass that houses the wall, there's a face that appears from within the wall itself. And you see this hand wave towards
God,
you.
it's Peter from the Hunger Games. He's painted himself in there.
Camouflage.
And you see what looks to be a figure emerge from the stone. And this figure is not one that you recognize.
I hate it.
A long purple cloak on, and waving with what looks to be a dagger in a hand, and inviting you over.
Nice.
Shall we? Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other way. We can't go back the way we came.
Making our way, I guess. Over.
All right. As you wade your way through the water, your knees, it becomes knee height, and then it becomes waist height. And then by the time you're about halfway towards, it's chest height. And slowly you walk through this muck, and you see lily pads, you see reeds sticking out, you see that insects that are buzzing by you, and you smell a bit of what would probably be a little bit of sewage as well coming from.
I'm gonna need you to float me across here, man.
What, do you think like the floaty bowels or something?
No, but you have the ability to stand and have your head not in the
good.
water, which I don't.
The dwarf is the
But I
shortest
thought
of the
you
lot.
weren't short. You were a normal height.
I am. You're tall. It's coming in handy. Thank you for your help.
I do what I can to assist him.
You can make a strength, an athletics or strength. I believe that they're one and the same.
It should be not too bad. I'm just kind of like floating. I'll just grab onto his backpack.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
Okay. Slow going, but you do float on by. And you definitely aid in that floatingness. You make your way across, and drenched, apart from your neck up and your shoulders, you arrive at the other side.
From memory,
My beard's wet.
Locke has prestidigitation,
Yep.
and so I will ask him if he will cast that on us.
Okay. Yep, he does.
Clean us off.
He does so, and within a couple of minutes, you're all dried again,
And
as the cantrip
clean.
dries you off.
Oh, you could have.
But at least you got rid of your cell stank as well.
Would you like to?
Lyla already did that.
You can change back if you like.
Is that something that I should not have? I been smelling for the last
Nah.
week that we've been together?
Nah.
You can change back if you like.
No, it's okay. I'll save it.
Okay. Just 5-minute pause on each side of the motor.
You continue to walk towards the foot of this tunnel. And as the stone is aside, you can see that it looks like the stone has been magically put aside. It looks like it's been, you can see that there's a form that looks like a hexagon, but it's broken in some areas, and you can see that it's been rolled, almost rolled to the side. The indentations in the grass and the mud that's at the foot of this tower is obvious. And you notice this figure is leaning against the just on the inside of this this secret passageway, and they say, "You must be Kirinole's associates.
Very loose term.
You're doing us a service, and we thank you for it. Welcome to Korth. Shall we?
Yes. I think so.
Okay. After only a couple of meters, the stone behind you rolls back into place. And you are all of a sudden, as you start to step down on a grassy, muddy angle down into darkness, you find yourselves wading through mud up to your ankles. But moreover, it's pitch black. It is darkness that is beyond your vision. For there is magic at hand, and Lyla whispers in this echoing voice, "Does anyone see anything? For I do not, and I should be able to."
I have blind sight. Within 10 feet.
Not with magical darkness, you don't.
I do.
Magical darkness?
Yes,
Yeah?
I believe so.
I have dark vision 60 feet. Does that help?
Not with... sorry, I'm getting it confused. Dark vision will not help you in this regard. Blind sight still may.
I have a torch, which I will attempt to light.
Okay.
I can produce flame,
If you'd like, you can do that.
I think. Let me double check that before
That's
I very confidently say I can do that.
Surely I can do it.
Without relying on sight.
That's the...
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay. So you can still sense
Yeah.
that
I
around
can't
you.
see, but I
Correct.
can sense.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you can sense around you the forms of your companions. The stranger is a few feet behind you. As you try and light this torch, it snuffs out straight away.
Do I see the spark?
Yes. And then nothing, though it should have worked.
Can I cast produce flame?
And then that also, the magic is produced and then automatically just willows away. There's no rhyme or reason to it. The magic should have, and you know the spell was cast successfully, but a more powerful magic is preventing light around you.
Our companion that was guiding us is with us no longer, or
You don't see them
But I can
at all.
sense them behind me.
You seem to still be able to have a sense of someone behind you that you don't recognize. Yeah.
Turn around so that I am facing them. Because hopefully they can see me just instantly turn and look in their direction. Is what
They don't run into you.
Yeah, no. It's just more of a, haha, I can sense you.
fire a firebolt off at the ceiling? We're in a cave, so it should be fine.
The whole cave sets on fire and we all die.
Methane cave.
Nothing happens.
As in the spell doesn't come at all, or it gets snuffed out.
It seems like the light aspect seems to not exist. Though you do hear this as there is contact with stone above you.
Looking in this person's direction that is just standing there, I will say, are we to just stand here?
Let us walk.
Great.
Nice.
And
You lead the way.
You are handed a rope. And you are asked to be guided by it, as it's taut and seems like it's in the very center of the tunnel that you're in currently.
Oh, so it's not just a loose bit of rope, it's like attached to the walls and whatnot.
Yep.
You're like,
If
Correct.
you would all like, I do have some form of a good sense of direction and, etc. In pitch darkness like this. I can lead us if you prefer.
That would probably be best.
Unless you would like to, I say to the person that guided us in.
I'll lead the way then.
Great.
Hold on to the rope. That will be your guide as well.
Hold on to the rope.
Make no more sound. And you are... and you are quietly led within the bowels of Korth.
Bells.
All right, and that's
Like-
where we'll leave it for
Like
this evening.
shit out a window.
Leave it
And the
with-
bells of Korth.
Lovely. Well done.
No fucking stay.
Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you so much for the subs as well.
Thank you.
Super, super appreciative of you all.
Hey, thanks.
Thank
we
you.
were all very tired tonight, so this was.
Y'all
This
did
was
very
nice.
well as well. Excellent work. For being a tied group of bunch.
A group of bunch.
Group of bunch that we are.
Bunch of grapes?
Absolutely.
We will. What? I don't know.
Reiterating a huge thank you to Ham
Yeah.
for those
Oh,
gift subs
yeah,
as well.
that was fucking wild.
Amazing.
He has
Thank you, Ian.
gifted
Sweet.
101 subs in this channel, so
That's fast,
thank
my
you
guy.
very much.
Yeah, thank
ridiculous.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'd
we're-
like to thank Michele for the Peter Malark Hunger Games rock face visual.
I did
We-
nothing. I don't even get the reference.
Okay,
I'm so
well, when you
sorry.
get to check the horn, you'll understand the
Yeah,
reference.
fair.
Would you like to hold?
I have, but I just don't remember.
You'll
Because I feel like I also need to explain why I was having a giggle. It's because Emily was finding this.
Oh,
thing where he like
That's it.
cool. Yeah, no.
pulls out some foundation, like
Show the
active
show the
colours.
fam.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, because it used to decorate cakes.
Ah, yeah. I remember.
Apparently
Oh,
that.
if the
Looks
fam
like,
can
looks
see.
like a Marty Boosh character.
He does.
We're gonna raid L&L covers.
Yay!
So everyone, he's playing another Crab's Treasure, whatever that is. But we'll see.
Make some cool as fuck music too.
Yeah, he does. Let's say hi. Have a great night, everybody, and
Till next Tuesday.
next Tuesday. Have a lovely evening. We'll see you later.
Peace.
We're gonna raid in 8 to 7 seconds. So yeah.
La 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 la.
Outro. I love it.
Sheldon sucks.
Chicken dip.
Da 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 da.
It's just